Who is it?
I don't know, but now I'm afraid at grandmother's house we may be put in the oven.
Yes. I have meringue cookies in the oven. My life is
Ooh.
wonderful.
You're just making social distancing hard, that's all.
Hi.
Hey.
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 So how was your appropriate social distancing social outing yesterday?
It was actually pretty good. Got to go out, got to have some drink at the Short Rest Tavern, Got to try some different flavors of mead.
They've got meat there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Several brands.
Yeah, they had a mead tasting the other night.
Oh.
Mead tasting and trivia.
Yep.
And wait, who won? Oh.
the bar team. But that doesn't count.
No.
That would be your guys' team.
Yep.
But hey, we placed. That's the important part.
Oh, you did.
Yay.
We walked out with some swag, a mug.
Nice.
I went there 2 weekends ago for my Monday group. We just went, hung out and played a couple card games. And I'm not a big drinker, so I told them to pick me the thing closest to Mike's Hard Lemonade, and they looked at me with a very funny face and ended up finding a seltzer that didn't taste too good. So,
Aww.
so
I was going to say, there should be a couple good ones. If you like ciders, the Excelsior is a really good cider.
they gave me that one second. I didn't like that. It sounded like the taste of beer. So,
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Sorry I'm late. I was describing the end of my story to one of my players because she was sad because I said I wasn't going to be able to finish the campaign.
Oh, that is sad.
Yeah.
That's when you give that write-up of here's how the story ended and fade to black. Because it's better to have closure than no closure at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, of course, where last we left off, you guys were big damn heroes because you guys showed up with, a transport full of stuff.
Stuff and things.
Stuff and things. And, of course, here y'all were promised that, hey, you guys did a great job. You need to get some R&R, We'll fly you off planet to do whatever you need to for relaxation tomorrow because, nothing is ever going to happen between now and then. So, since you guys were off-world on different ships with your Y-Wings, was there any additional modifications you did to them that you need to get on your character sheets?
did we have money to do modifications?
I believe you guys had enough to do one modification, right?
I do not recall us having...
I think the only one we did was the one that on, I don't know whose ship it was. The targeting array.
Yeah, I think that was on
Yeah, that was some time back,
Quinn's.
though.
Yeah.
Fine.
I didn't
Okay.
remember there being extra things there for us to upgrade with. If there is, I'll find something. But
Well, mine
So
has
if
wand,
you
and
were
that's
to
all you
say
can have.
have 1,000 credits worth of upgrade, is there anything one of you guys
Oh.
would put on one of your ships? And you guys are all rolling dark side here.
Yeah.
I haven't rolled yet, so I haven't added to the dark side yet. Cool. Roll Destiny.
Ah,
Oh, there you go. Added to the dark side. God to
Our
help.
Mandalorian is our only
Wow,
hope.
hey, at least you only rolled one.
yeah.
You rolled 50% less dark side than the average.
Now with 50% less dark. Now with 35% less scum and villainy. Oh, wait, no, that's 30% more scum and villainy. Sorry. Let me bring up my master list and see
25.
what ship upgrades there are.
On the plus side, your payload is full of plasma photon torpedoes.
We have a rocket launcher.
And you said 1,000 or less?
1,000 or less, yeah.
Okay. All right, I gotta roll light side, right? I'm feeling good about all the
Sure,
Clone
good
Wars
odds.
gear I got now, right?
No.
Wow.
Like I said, what could go wrong going on vacation?
Well, that's if you get to go on vacation. That's the question.
Yeah, right?
Because, of course, when you get leave, of course, something's going to happen the morning before you get on the bus, so to speak.
Of course. Especially when there's that much dark side.
That much dark side means GM just says something bad happens because, well, it's that much dark side.
Yeah.
Nope, nothing for 1,000.
Yeah. I believe.
And don't forget, you guys have healed up any strain, but not any crits. If somebody wants to give some medical attention to any crits they may have.
I have a singular low crit.
You may want to talk to your medic about that.
Yes.
What are you doing with a crit, man?
It said I'm distracted.
Wow.
So I
There's
take it
nothing we
that's
can do about that one.
that's a one purple crit,
I think that's just natural.
or is that just a character flaw?
I'm gonna go with yes.
So, if you'd like to set me up for a single purple there. Oh.
Look at that.
Jim's so nice. He's already giving us light sides.
Yeah.
I've got you back on the board now. Okay, so I've got
Alright.
your one purple med check as you're checking him for he's got concussion, so he's a little distracted. He's got some juice in the brain.
All right, here we go. Oh, shit.
So, needless to say, that crit is just still there. It's like you're a football player that got hit in the noggin too many times, man. It just doesn't want to go away.
Yeah.
So Bex, can I stay in your ship if anything bad happens? 'Cause you'll get me home safe. I know that much.
Yeah.
It doesn't have ongoing effect. It's just, you don't want to get critted again.
It just means that you're already +1 to be crit, plus 10 to the next crit.
So if I recall correctly, I believe the party had 144 credits. Does that sound accurate?
Sure, I wasn't tracking it, so.
I don't know. I got personally 69 credits.
Yes.
And of course, just as you guys are getting ready to go out on town tomorrow, going the different directions in the convenient Rebel shuttles, High Command says, "Hey guys, here's 600 credits each." We managed to disseminate some money from the Galactic Bank for you, i.e., the nobles took a withdrawal.
Yay.
Wow.
Yay! I'm just gonna throw my credits in the party pool.
Now we can properly go out and get in trouble.
Hey Jim,
Huh?
can I hit up my buddy the quartermaster?
How so?
I just want to say hi, send him a HoloNet message, ask him how he's doing.
Now, are you talking about your Republic quartermaster or your one that gave you that information?
No, my buddy that I have back where we got the shuttle from. I'm looking for my
the
note where I
Imperial
wrote his
quartermaster
name.
buddy.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Imperial quartermaster. Wanted to say hi, ask him how he's doing. It's been a little bit.
Okay, so are you going to use computers to make sure that you can't be traced?
I would like to attempt that, yes.
I like how you put that. Attempt that.
I mean, I feel very unconfident in my ability to do that successfully.
Okay, go ahead and give me your computer's check to see how secure of a connection you can get with this guy. I mean, you can, of course, reach him. That's no problem. It's just that, we all know everyone's listening.
Well, there is advantage.
Okay, so you get a pretty good connection. Of course, he answers. It's like 3 in the morning where he is right now, planet side, and he's just like, "Hey, buddy, how's it going? Are you getting in late, or are you getting out early?"
I'm off world right now. I got a little expedition I had to go on. A friend called me up, needed a little bit of extra muscle. But I noticed it'd been a little while, so I wanted to ask how you were doing. I know sometimes those big official places can be, imperial facilities can be a bit hard work sometimes.
Oh yeah, the ISB loyalty officers have been breathing down our necks bad lately. Apparently, I don't know what you're doing, but you might want to, just keep your head down because from what I heard, ISB's on a bit of a crackdown right now. They've got like 3 operations going on at different locations, and just keep your head down because you know those ISB agents, they get off by arresting Imperials, so that's how they get promoted.
Yeah, I know it's a real shame because I'm a big fan of Law and Order and all that, but it's just so much just feels like it stifles the spirit of the people,
And just be careful who you say what to because you never know when they're listening. Almost like you hear an echo in
They're
the phone connection.
always listening. We should get.
If you're talking, they're listening.
I should watch myself.
Because Kay's listening at the moment, so.
Kay is listening in on the conversation.
Going, wow, he encrypted so well.
Kay's like, I should have been an ISB agent. Oh wait, I almost was.
Yeah, so I just want to generally, chat to him and, just improve my friendship if at all possible.
Okay, yeah, you're doing a little, guy talk, investing in the old friendship there, and he's just like, and hey, if you ever head back this way, make sure to have a crate of Carillion whiskey with you because apparently that stuff is like gold right now on this base. We've got a couple officers that came in from Corellia, and they are cashing in that stuff like nobody's business.
Y'all keep that in mind. I think a buddy of mine might have had a box of that the other day. I'll see if I can grab any off him. Can I make a leadership or a charm check?
Sure. Let me
my conversation with him.
Just a sec. And you're getting a free upgrade because you're buddies with him. So it's more likely to be good than not. Go for it. So by the time you finish the communication, he's just like, dude, we gotta go out drinking sometime. I don't know what's going on, but we gotta go find time to hang out in person so we can actually use words instead of metaphors. Because again, you never know when they're listening.
Yeah, so much for our leave.
That was one bittersweet roll right there.
Yeah, because you gave him a lot to play with there.
And since you happen to fail with your encryption for the message, for 3 of those threats, all of a sudden, barely perceptively, you're getting this like double click on the audio, almost like your conversation's going through a filter on both ends, like someone else is listening.
Oh, God.
As they're just like, hey, what's this weird conversation going on that's unauthorized?
Yeah, glad your relationship's better.
And go ahead and take 1 point of strain because you're staying up late at night talking to your friends instead of getting sleep before your bunk time.
Did we recover all of our strain from last session?
Okay. So it looks like
yeah, I gotta fix mine.
Kay and Quinn should bump up their strain since they should be back to full.
And our wounds are up to full too, right? Just not our crits?
Yeah, just not crits unless your doctor has fixed them. So you guys, you're getting all ready to head out. You've got your civilian gear packed. You're ready to go. And of course, the second the first one of you gets on that transport to go off world, immediately you're hearing the battle klaxon going off.
Of course.
Because you're like, God damn it, couldn't have waited 20 minutes. And immediately, you guys go running back, to your command ship. Your Y-wings are all splayed out on the little runway area to take off on your own. And immediately, you guys are hearing the, Thunder Squadron report immediately to the preparation room.
Okay, head there.
Race there?
Yeah.
Anyone doing anything other than going there?
No.
That's
I'm
the
gonna go
important
there
question.
extra fast.
Ooh.
I gotta impress Pappy, I'm the young, inspired rebel.
Suck up.
Yes.
Okay, so immediately you guys get into the ready room. Like half of everybody in your ground crew are like not ready for combat. They're all just wearing their civilian gear. They're all going to take off for some R&R too, because goddamn it, even a rebellion needs R&R. Especially a rebellion needs R&R. And you guys immediately come in the ready room and you see a couple different displays have different people panicking and shouting, and most of them are muted except for one that's got a rebel commander. You can clearly see he's got the lapel on the camera that he's a commander of a ship. And you just see, the background, there's sparks, and it's your standard Star Trek scene where the camera's shaking back and forth and there's sparks coming out of consoles. And he's like, anyone in the Rebel Alliance that can assist us? My people need evacuation from the planet immediately. We're being torn apart. And immediately a holovid comes up as, Pappy, as soon as he sees you all come in, he kind of clicks the holovid. And from the holovid, this is what you guys see. You may want to scroll down a little. You see a Lambda class shuttle. That's the gray circle. 2 of the patrol boats. And it looks like they disgorged their TIE fighters. And right here, there's this massive explosion as basically a transport just like yours just got blown out of the sky. And of course, the video that's playing with the commander immediately turns to static. That horrible, bad 70s digital static.
Great.
And you can clearly see on the tactical holo display that there's 2 bombers that basically just gutted the ship with their payload.
Yeah,
and the holovid shows that there's 6 transports on planet side that are loading up to evacuate the planet. The tactical display that's coming up, because they've got all the freighter captains muted so they can just see, the tactical information. So you guys basically are, you have the coordinates. You know that it'll be a while, for you guys to get to that location, but you can make it. And they basically are saying they need assistance to evacuate their facility.
Wow.
Okay, let's go. Come on.
Oof, that's ugly. And basically, they're screaming out that we need immediate assistance. Any assistance you can provide will be appreciated. And of course, Pappy's like, we're not committing our transport since we just saw one die in space. But we can send some Y-Wings to harass them and try to buy you some time. So Pappy looks at you guys and he gives you that general nod of he's looking for input from you guys of what tactical plan you may have. His plan is to do the Y-Wing swoop, which is you guys pop in somewhere around here in hyperspace and piss off these guys while your transport tries to pop in over here to help what they can. And usually for your transport, that really means just pop in, shoot a couple long-distance weapons, pick up anybody that manages to get off the planet this direction, and then get the hell out of there. Well, you guys proceed to get the hell out of there with as little casualties as possible.
Yeah.
And then, of course, while you guys start looking at each other and start murmuring, he kind of clicks another button on his command console, and you hear this very snooty, Coruscant Core Empire voice saying, I am ISB Commander Devron Sock, you are all under arrest. Your forces will be detained, and those who resist will be executed with no quarter. Prepare for the Empire's grasp around your throat. And basically the message just keeps replaying. Obviously, this guy likes to hear his voice. So he's on one of the three ships most likely, because why would an ISB agent be on a TIE fighter? That would actually be risking his life. And Pappy's just like, if you got a better plan, tell me. If not, get to your ships now.
Well, let's go. We gotta go. We have to help them.
Sounds good to me.
Jump in, distract them as best we can.
Trying to remember, did we get Sparky up and running?
No, Sparky is still in pieces. Someone
Aye.
brought him back in a box.
No, we got. Remember, we got.
I do believe
Sparky
he's
working.
he's back together. He's just got issues.
He
Yeah.
has a lot of issues. Sorry.
Yeah, he's very very angry and very not trusting, I believe.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, ruthless
I
Ruthless
also
and
recall him
something
being
else.
literally Sparky now.
and erratic power core. So, okay, so yeah, so he was fixed and running, just problems. Okay.
And of course, as you guys do the whole "let's get going," and you kind of look at the holo monitor and you see the explosion of the transport here, just going bastards.
Oh, also, Jim, because I love it so much, I would assume that I'd have my my Clone Wars gear somewhat available. So I'd have my flight suit probably sitting somewhere in the Y-wing in my gunner seat. Would that be reasonable?
Yeah, you would have your stuff ready and prepped for a moment's notice, because you guys this is kind of what you're there for. Is when someone hits that alarm bell, you guys are the rapid response team.
Yeah. So I'd be wearing my flight suit on this one.
Yeah, well, for me, for flying anymore, I'm wearing the armored drop suit, so.
Because there's nothing cooler if you get blown out of your ship to not die.
Well, exactly.
It's almost like that's what it's designed for.
Exactly.
So you guys are running to get ready in your gear and get in your ships. There's this montage of you guys jumping in your Y-wings and getting ready, all World War II flight deck style. And of course, commanders relaying the information to you. Now, they're giving you the standard hyperspace jump. Obviously, we know Rigger and Sobek working together could do way better. Do you guys want to use the hyperspace jump coordinates that you were given, or do you want to try for better?
Better. Let's get there fast.
Better sounds good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And I'm having them load Sparky up. So.
You're like, hey, Sparky, twitch, kill them all.
Well.
You sense his Imperial programming may be coming back. Somewhere he picked up an Imperial attack missiles programming.
Whoops.
Okay, so what is your guys' dice pool working together as you guys are flipping switches and getting ready?
It's her pool, but -1 difficulty and -2 black.
Ooh, the black is the important part. Okay, and do you add a blue for assisting?
Yes, because I have a rank in astrogation.
Nice. Look at that. You guys are getting more points back. So, Rigger, go ahead and make your astrogation check.
All right.
Because you and Sobek are the bomb when you work together. You're just like, oh, the Republic forces gave us the coordinates, so we'll be there in a week, right? Okay, so as I'm assuming you would like to reduce the time so you get there faster, as well as, because you got 6 successes, so you could also do the better target for the destination.
Yeah.
That sounds good too.
And then, so there's the 2 Gazanti cruisers, and what's the other cruiser?
It's a Lambda shuttle.
The Lambda shuttle?
Yeah, most likely, you're guessing, since this is an ISB operation, it's most likely Imperial police to capture prisoners.
Okay.
Especially if your buddy tells you that his Imperial quartermaster friend says ISV's on the warpath for something.
So that sounds like our first target to take that out and then deal with the take that out, then deal with the ties, because the Gazantes are going to be kind of hard for us to take down because of their size.
I mean, we have torpedoes.
Right.
You have
Yep.
3 Y-wings with full complements of torpedoes. That is a shit ton of hurt you can unleash. And on the plus side, you have reloads back at base if you empty your payloads.
Yep.
There is something nice to be thought of, that you have torpedoes waiting for you when you come home.
Yeah.
Topappy says, "Oh, sorry, we had extra, so we gave them out." Okay.
All right, well, let's plan to come as close to the Lambda shuttle as we can.
Okay, so where's the sweet spot you guys are looking for between Sobek and Rigger? Where's the sweet spot?
See if this is the right thing. Measure. So missiles go medium range.
I believe your missile launchers are medium range.
I thought they were short.
No, it's your blasters that
no.
are short.
I thought our
Yeah.
blasters were close.
If you look on your ship, it'll answer the question.
Yeah, I was gonna say the turrets are close. The
Short.
forward-mounted twins are close, and then the other short.
Yeah.
Short is the orange. So 30.
It's right about there.
They'll jump out and shoot some missiles, and
So that's the sweet spot.
Yep.
As it was supposed to be a nice pretty square and it turned into an oogly circle.
Yeah, it turned into I don't know what the hell.
Okay, so since you did cut time off, wow, that changes my numbers really quick. Because here I rolled like dice to see how long the Empire takes for reinforcements and how long the Republic takes for reinforcements.
I got 2 ships.
Well, the Rebels thought you deserved a bonus ship,
Right?
Hey, we're almost there with our duty scores.
Okay, so that's definitely going to help you guys out now that you made it there faster and more precise than the coordinates you were given. And of course, you've been given the comm channels, so you know the comm channels for the rebel forces that are evacuating here.
Okay.
As you guys have plopped yourselves there.
Yep. And then I spent my experience to continue my mastery of not being shot. So I have another rank of defensive driving, and I have tricky target, where if I count one silhouette smaller when being shot at, so if something size 4 or bigger shoots at me, then they get an extra purple dice.
Nice.
I want to survive. I stay alive.
Okay, so go ahead and give me your cool rolls, because you knew this was coming as you're flying through hyperspace, and you're just like, all right, Rigger, you've got us coming out fast and hot. Put us somewhere good.
Oh, and where's that cheat sheet? So let's have to reference that thing.
Hey, cheat sheet is good.
Oh, is the cheat sheet in the chat link still?
It should be. I can pull it up really quick.
Chat, or is it? No, yeah, you don't have it on the character tab.
Oh, yo, I didn't know our ship was Is our ship in Dawn of Rebellion?
Yeah.
Oh, the Y-wing.
I have that book.
No, the one
No,
that you guys stole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I actually believe that one is in that book.
I finally got all of my Star Wars books brought over to my dorm from home. So I have access to these now, aside from just Rise of the Separatists because Clone Wars.
Nice. So
I
just
have
a heads up, the Lambda shuttle and whatever's going on inside that and the rebel forces on the planet, they will all be going last, just to let you know. It's almost like I don't want to have to deal with them for the most part.
Say that one more time.
The Lambda
stuff
shuttle
on the planet. The stuff on
and-
the planet's going last.
and the rebels on the planet will be taking the last 2 slots.
Oh, okay.
Mainly because the Lambda shuttle's coordinating everything, so it's they want to see all the input before they make judgment calls.
Okay.
And the forces on the planet are waiting for rescue before they try to evacuate.
Okay.
Just to let you guys know.
But hopefully the Lambda shuttle won't have a turn then.
Don't get cocky, kid.
I can always get cocky. I know how to run away.
You're in a cockpit. It's meant to get cocky.
Because I can get cocky because when everything goes wrong, I can still make it out alive.
I can astrogate my course home.
Again, that's why I fly with him.
Let me zoom my camera in because it's a lot clearer when you zoom that crap in. Okay, so you guys immediately, you have this very fast hyperspace jump. Thankfully, your base must have obviously been the nearest one, as you guys were coming in for help. You pop off with the whole Thunder Squadrons got you covered. Yeah, and Pappy's like, now remember, we're not gonna lose this transport. If you see any Imperial Corvettes show up, get out of this system. As they're like, you're saying that in an open channel, sir. Yes, Thunder Squadron is not throwing its life away. I mean, because after all, your Corvette only has so many weapons on it.
yeah.
Okay, so you guys pop out of the hyperspace. You get the thunder, the classic Thunder Squadron crack of sound in space as you guys
Right.
pop up right behind the Lambda shuttle in like the sweet spot. You do have to give the rebels credit. They did help you out by giving you the sweet spot with their scanner, right? That Corvette that sacrificed its life gave you all the intelligence you need for this mission.
Nice. Thunder Squadron ho.
They didn't give their lives in vain.
Permission to take the first initiative round to do a fire discipline to give lots of people buffs.
Sure. Go for it.
Okay, so I believe for fire discipline, it is a hard leadership or discipline check. And if I succeed, I give the next crew member firing a blue dice. And if I get 2 successes, the bonus applies to additional crew. And if I get 3 advantages, I can give a strain to the next target hit.
Okay, so I've got your hard roll in there.
Okay. With the dark side, I see.
Look at how quickly you guys are getting destiny points back.
Right?
Well, we'll see. We'll see how I can do with my leadership. It's pretty good. Darn.
So as you're just like, you're trying to get fire discipline, but as you can see from the map, there are so many targets popping up right now. You're just not quite getting the bead that you were hoping to on it.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah?
Can I use that advantage to get my strain back?
You can totally use that to get your strain back from staying up late at night, calling your friends on what you believe is secure channels, which is probably why you had strain.
I was gonna say, he went to bed with this like tingle in the back of the brain going, was those clicks? Something going on?
You had
What
that
would Kay
telemarketer
say?
thing
What would
of,
Kay
was that an echo of being monitored, or was that just my, a hyperspace delay? It was totally hyperspace delay. Okay, so next we have NPCs doing their thing. As it's conveniently going to be the 2 TIE bombers are moving closer to the planet because they're getting ready to do strike runs on the ship. And okay, I was making sure I had enough NPCs.
Maybe that should have been our plan to protect the other ships, but
I mean, there's nothing
Oh, well.
stopping us from doing a flyby and dropping some torpedoes and then going after the bombers.
Yep.
We can start by teaching the ISB agent a lesson, and then we can deal with his problems.
Okay, so who's going next?
I'll go next. I'll
As-
shoot
as-
some missiles.
Your passenger in the back seat goes, target rich environment, target rich environment. And you're like, really? That was your fire discipline?
Yeah. It's all like, shoot,
I'm
here,
like,
here,
just
here, here,
shoot
here.
something.
I have
Like,
designated all of the enemy targets. Please open fire. By the code of the Mandalore, it's got the gear on it. Shoot it. And I take it you are going to be shooting at the Lambda shuttle?
Yeah. My weapons disappeared. Oh, did it collapse? Oh, there we go. It collapsed. Okay. So proton missiles, I will aim, and since I'm shooting missiles, I'll take 2 strain to double aim.
Ooh.
This is worth flipping a light side for if you would like to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, my stuff got collapsed, so I'm trying to find everything. Let's see. Cool.
So I've got
Blue light.
2 blue and
Blue light.
upgrade against 2 purple for the range and 1 black for their rear deflector shield.
Okay.
Gotta hope that shield's gonna work. Holy shit.
Wow.
Oh!
That's just 1 torpedo.
That's a lot of damage.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, 8, 9,
Beautiful.
10, 11, 12, 13. Holy
Sobex told that
crap.
ISB agent to wipe that smug smile off his face.
So you'll be doing 16 points before armor.
So get out of my space.
And what would you like to do with that triumph? It will survive that 16 points, by the way.
Do a critical with
You
it.
could totally do linked 1. I mean, if you want to spend 2 missiles. Or you
I
could
think
do
that would
crit.
be awesome.
1. Yeah. Do linked 1.
What is breach do again?
Breach basically ignores 6 armor.
Yeah. We'll do
Okay, so
linked.
you do linked 1. 2 torpedoes go flying out. Both of them, of course, hit swiftly through the shield in the back here. And thanks to the second missile, the thing explodes to pieces.
All right.
As there's flaming wreckage going everywhere, as all of a sudden everyone on the Imperial side's got this whole pop-up display saying that the command craft that was in charge of this operation just disappeared off the radar, you know. This was not expected since his craft was purposely safely put between these nice 2 patrol ships.
Yep.
The
You're like,
ridiculous repeating message stops cold in space.
The cavalry has arrived.
As we hear the roaring explosion that could not be heard in the vacuum of space.
So Thunder 2 and Thunder 3 go engage the TIE fighters. We'll veer off and engage one of the Gazanti cruisers to tie up.
All right.
That did not see that one coming. I thought you'd go after the military targets more than the shuttle. Way to
Well, it's
cut
a
off the
military target,
snake's
'cause
head.
It's commanding, so.
Yep.
it's military target.
I'm loving that.
And as this starts playing in the cockpit,
So who's going next?
that's our theme song, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thunderstrike.
We definitely need to have Kay hack the enemy computers and start playing it for them.
Hey, you can always play it on an open channel. There's nothing that says fighter pilots can't be on open channels to talk shit.
Oh.
This is why pilots take scathing tirades, so they can talk shit.
Yeah, demoralizing. Alrighty then. So who wants to go? You, Riggs, or you want me to go?
You can go.
Okay. Well, shoot. I guess really all I can do is move at the moment.
Yeah, same.
I think you can speed up. That's a thing.
Oh, the punch it thing?
There's also just a
Well, what
regular
are-
speed up.
Well, we can only go as fast as we can go. So I mean, so because when we jump out, what do we jump out at?
When you jump out, you're at 0.
You're at 0. Okay. So
Yeah, when you come out of hyperspace, you're basically floating just freely in real space. But it's amazing. 3 Y-wings popped out, and this Lambda shuttle exploded. You found that small little 2 meter by 2 meter opening in the back of the shuttle to put the torpedoes.
yeah. Let's see.
Pew pew.
I don't know that I want to necessarily do force strain on my ship to punch it to.
Yeah, I think it'd be better just to get moving.
Yeah. So yeah, speed 1. So what I able to move then?
Basically, it would be 1 square.
Okay,
So you slowly turn your engines on, they roar to life, and you're just like, put.
We can use diagonals, right?
Yep.
yeah. Let's see. What is?
You can form the Death Wing.
Yeah, it's only 10 hull trauma. I don't necessarily want to
Shake it to part.
overtax it just yet. Yeah.
Okay, so is there anything you want to do for your action?
No, but gain advantage. Don't have anything to shoot. No, I think that's about it at the moment. Because it'll be a while before I'll be able to start really aiming. So.
Okay, so at that point, there's this commotion on the comms going, the command controller just was taken out of our sky. Additional bogeys on the radar. Squadron, stop the ships. We will handle this. And you see these 2 TIE fighters here kind of pulling and turning back towards you guys. They do that whole spin downwards and come right back the direction they came from. And they're basically coming to shoot you guys out of the sky.
They're gonna try.
Yeah, they're probably
Wait.
aces.
Only 2 of them? I'm insulted.
And
probably
then we have this cruiser coming that way, and this one coming that way. And yes, they're basically, you see little turrets pointing in your direction. Because there's no one to tell them not to engage you guys. Before they would have been told to hold the line, but there's no one to say hold the line. So who's going next?
I can just move. That's all it right now.
You could totally move really fast if you want to take the strain, or you could just go move really slow because you're starting your engines up.
Starting engines up. I
Okay.
want to just move here.
Okay, so you guys are forming the deadly diagonal swoop.
Yeah, yep.
Hey,
It's
you
Y-wing
destroyed a
swooping
Lambda
time.
shuttle full of Imperial police, so it's pretty damn deadly.
It's swooping time.
Then I was on a different screen for the cruisers. Which ways were they moving?
They're basically moving directly towards you guys. They're
Yeah.
closing in.
Okay.
They've ominously moved diagonally directly in your direction. Mainly because these captains are like, oh shit, we lost the ISV commanders. It's now a military operation. They're definitely okay with that. And Kay, that means we're at the end. So what are you gonna do?
Are they in ion cannon range?
No. They were all spread out to stop any ships from escaping, so they're definitely out of ion range.
They're
Your
even out of
ion range is
torpedo range.
basically 3 squares.
Um,
They're even outside torpedo
in that
range.
case, let me see if I can't get some. Let me see if I can't find what communication codes they're using, and since they don't have a commander, make it even more confusing.
Ooh, okay. So go ahead and give me a computers roll as you're basically hacking their channel. I got the
Back to
difficulty set for you.
Back to skills.
As you're just like, let's see what comm frequency they're on today.
Yeah.
Is it
Okay,
channel Alpha, Beta, or Charlie?
Is this considered slicing?
No, it wouldn't be slicing.
Oh, okay.
Computers.
It's basically you just
Would
reaching
this
to the
be
dashboard.
considered authentication tools?
What type of authentication tools are you talking about?
I don't know. I have authentication tools.
That would be for when you come in person to someone.
Oh, okay.
When you present your authorization.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
But
What's
I
the
like where
range
you're
on-
going there.
What's the slicing range? I forget.
It's
Tell me
equal to
when you're ready.
communications,
Oh,
which I
wait,
think
hold on.
is short on a planetary scale, which everything is in short. Oh, don't roll yet. Let me get that in there for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got the upgrade in there for you.
This might be kind of important.
Okay, so of course you're cranking away on the dials, and there's this big loud squelch. For your 2-thread, I'm going to say that they know that you're listening on their channel, but they don't give a shit at the moment. So you easily tap into the Imperial communications and then tap that into the group's communication so everyone can hear it, but you can't be heard back. What do you want for the Triumph?
Can I tell if there's somebody who's trying to take control of the situation and what ship they're in?
You immediately pick up that there is Commandant Tor in this transport, and he is exerting his command as now an Imperial military operation, not an ISB raid. You can clearly hear this guy's disdain for the ISB, but since the ship that was full of ISB agents just blew up, it is totally now an Imperial operation. We do not need prisoners. Destroy any of the rebel forces that we find.
Which ship is that?
And it's the top one on the eastern direction of space. This guy over here.
Okay, okay, relay that to everyone else.
As you're like, hey, the guy in charge is over there.
The guy who
Blow
thinks
it
he's
up.
in charge is over here.
And he's just
Blow it
like,
up.
get these rebel scum out of my space.
That's the right hand chip.
Yep, this one over here. And of course, that is the first round. And Lambda shuttle pieces go flying into space everywhere. The first 2 ships, they're going to start taking off this direction. The next 2 ships are taking off in the opposite direction. And those guys are going straight ahead. They're splitting up because they're realizing, oh crap, we're screwed. So top of the order, who's going first? Oh, and you do
I
clearly
suppose-
hear that Commandant Tor is saying Imperial reinforcements will be here shortly. And since you did get a triumph, I will actually tell you that he's basically saying, according to the projections, because it's a big damn triumph, so I'll tell you the scary number, that they will be here in basically 8 more rounds to quantify time.
Okay. I suppose since we are not within turret range of anything, I will. Actually, I don't know if fire discipline is really going to help us because we're not anywhere near shooting anything.
You can totally, designate targets and get ready.
Okay, I'll do fire discipline.
Okay, that's a hard leadership.
Yep, hard leadership.
Okay, go for it. Okay, so you do
I got
succeed.
enough success. I got enough success that it gives a blue dice to the next person to shoot, but it also gives blue dice to everybody else. So everybody's got blue dice on their gunnery for this round.
And you're taking 2 personal strain because you're looking at all the targets going, definitely a target-rich environment. And the fact that you now have 2 shuttles basically closing in on you from both sides. And they have all their turrets deployed and all looking at you at the same time.
And Giannis just mutters, Sobex, I'm sure we'll make it home because it's you flying, but that doesn't make this any less stressful. That is a lot of guns.
Hey, if anyone wants to get crazy, there is wreckage you can hide around. I'm just saying. Make those hard piloting checks to hide in the wreckage.
So it did go through my mind like, anything value in the wreckage?
Bodies. Lots and lots of bodies.
Well, it's a lambda shell. There can only be so many.
And the TIE fighters are encroaching closer to the planet to engage. Who's going next?
How fast do we go?
If basically it should be 3 squares if you're moving at a good speed.
Okay.
Well, but you shot but didn't move last time, right? So
your speed is currently 0.
Okay.
So you can go 1
Or you can try to punch it and go full speed.
and take 4 strain out of 10.
You sound almost concerned when you say it that way.
Well,
I mean,
just sharing the ratio there.
but there's TIE bombers. They're going to destroy the transports. We have to save them.
Think of the rebel younglings. It's the next generation.
Well, so I'll take 3 strain. I'm assuming we're at 1 since we're not stopped when we came out of hyperspace.
Oh,
No, you're stopped.
when you come out of hyperspace, you're basically moving at 0.
Okay.
So it'd be 4 to get to speed 4.
All right.
As there's these slow, inevitable Star Wars style Death Star encroaching upon each other, where the camera keeps going back and forth and just shows the whole dun as you're silently approaching each other. So
Move
who's
fast.
So we'll go there and I'll change my action to do defensive maneuvers.
going? Okay, so you start doing the wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Yep.
Serpentine. Because you're like, hey, totally, I'll make myself the target to save my team.
Actually, I'll just double move. Okay.
Look at you getting crazy.
Yep.
Okay, who's going next?
You took the 4 strain.
Yep.
All right.
As you see plates vibrating on the ship. Hold together, baby.
So are we focusing this direction?
That's my thought, to move closer to the planet.
Well, closer to the planet and take on one large ship at a time.
Nah.
Cool.
I can take care of him. Well, at least distract him. But
Somebody's getting cocky. As
Alright.
all of a sudden you look at your weapons payload and remember, oh yeah, limited ammo 3. I shot 2 missiles.
well, isn't it just number of shots? Because whether you activate linked or not, each time you shoot 2 missiles, and then it's
No, you
a
can.
total of 6. So basically, you have 6 missiles. Each time you shoot 2. But if you get enough advantages, then you activate linked
To make them
to get
both
the
hit.
extra hit.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I was running my game.
Okay. So, looks like Quinn was going next.
Yeah. Let's see. And
I would recommend one of us trying to get down there and stop those bombers to limit the amount of damage they can do.
No, we can't go. We can't go fast enough.
they go way faster than we can even.
And they totally had a head start. So you're going to see that heartrending moment where a ship explodes and you're just like helpless to do anything about it. And you'd be like, no.
Yeah, you would have had to pick a different location to.
You could have totally gotten yourselves closer to be in the middle of all the fighters, but then, you would have had to deal with the big brass later on.
Yeah, we
but
took the head of the snake off for the most part, so.
if we don't head there quick, though, then they might destroy all of the transports.
That's a possibility.
Oh, that's why I said head on down.
But if you
They got
ignore
a
the
limited
armored
number.
transports, they might come and gut your ships from behind. So
Yeah, so I think what Sobex had said was to have Riggs and Quinn head down to try and deal with the bombers, and then Sobex was going to basically duke it out with one of the Gazantes.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work well, but sure. Yeah, but they still, even their bombers have limited ammo, just like torpedoes and everything else, right?
Yep.
So I doubt
if
they
you keep on
have
killing their
enough.
leader, won't somebody order them to leave?
Somebody would be
Well,
the
no,
cowardly
'cause-
leader to call for retreat.
Yeah, usually if you
I
start
mean,
taking
or we
out the
could-
leadership,
Keep destroying commanders until they get one that wants to leave.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or we could just continue to press the leader, or for them to basically call off the attack. But
yeah, because TIE fighters are, not the brightest. I mean, they. Plus, they don't have drives,
Hyperspace.
so these start getting destroyed.
they're stuck.
They're
Yeah,
stuck.
actually, if we kill enough leaders, there's a chance I could become their leader.
Well, see if you could secretly encrypt and send a message that they don't know where it came from an ISB telling them to stand down,
So Rigger or Kay, who's going next?
We should probably move first.
Space, as
So-
you notice, is getting a little crowded because everybody's like, full speed ahead!
Do you guys want to just stay together, or do you want me to go after this area?
Rigger's
Don't
like,
stay
I'll
together,
take this
why
one
not?
on my own.
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
no.
wondering. Just
we
stay
need
together.
to focus fire, in my opinion, if we're
Cool.
taking on big ships.
And you
Right.
do
Yeah.
recall that these
Um,
armored transports are emphasis on the armor.
Right. Okay.
Remember, it
so-
did take all three of you guys basically salvoing into one to blow it up.
Yeah.
How many blocks can I move right now?
If you're willing to do like Duncan and take strain to go full speed, or if you're just going to move just one because it's speed 1.
Well, no,
Oh.
she can increase one more speed and move 2,
Yeah.
which
Okay,
is what I
so-
did. Or take 3 strain to go to full 4.
To go 4? Okay.
Uh-huh. If you really want to hit the gas and rock it forward.
Okay.
I figured I would move 2 this time, and I'll take the 2 strain for punch it on my next move.
Okay. So 2. I want
Because 10 strain's not a lot of strain.
10 strain gets eaten up real quick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Couple good threats, you know.
yeah, I'll move there for now. The strain will be useful later.
Okay. So at this turn, you guys notice all the turrets moving around on both the big ships. It's almost like it's the gunner's initiative slot. Okay, so what is Kay gonna do? You're listening to the communications. They're just like, overpower them and destroy them. Clearly, this military guy is doing the military thing of we just outnumber you and squish you. He's not worried about it at all. He's trusting in the TIE fighters and the bombers to take out the rebel scum on the planet. These military craft, we will crush them, and then we will destroy the rest of the vessels. And I will be accommodated for this victory.
Do I hear any ISB person trying to take command?
No, we took him out.
Well, no. There wasn't any ISB on a different ship.
As you're kind of carefully listening, all Uhura style, in the communications, and you kind of do hear that on the commander's vessel, that there is an ISB agent, basically the loyalty officer on the ship, saying that actually I should be the one as the lead ISB agent directing this conflict. We need prisoners, sir. Take prisoners. As he's just like, crush them. I have spoken.
I'm going to make sure that discussion gets broadcast to everybody.
Ooh. I like that. So you basically just, rewind, record, snip, and you send it out there. The whole, here is the message. Okay.
They don't feel comfortable. Yeah.
So a bunch of you're hearing some strain basically happening to the Imperial pilots who are all like, I don't want to get involved in that.
Yeah, mommy and daddy are fighting.
I don't want the secret police coming and taking my parents in the night. Because that's what ISB does. ISB, gets pissy and makes loyal stormtroopers have to defect for survival. Because they're assholes. And it's almost like the ISB only promote the assholiest assholes of them all.
Nobody likes ISB except ISB.
That's not true. ISB doesn't like ISB.
ISB only likes ISB when ISB has some dirt on ISB to trust ISB to keep their nose clean.
Nobody likes Obsidian Order or, none of that shit. None of the flaky groups like that. Nobody likes them in any world. It's
not a good lifestyle choice.
No.
Secret police are bad in any galaxy. Okay, so you see the rebel forces on the planet are spreading out. It looks like you totally sense that these two transports are screwed. So who's going first?
If we're getting close to torpedo range, I can fire discipline again if you'd like.
I'm looking something up.
Is it something good?
So I'm looking at gain the advantage. I want to do gain the advantage on the Gazanti cruiser.
Okay.
And so I was looking that up to see if both ships can only be silhouette 4 or as long as I'm silhouette 4. I'm only silhouette 4.
I think it just means that the ship you're trying to gain advantage on is big enough that it does have the...
Yeah.
And by the way, for the record, it is silhouette 5, so yes, you can definitely gain the advantage on it.
Okay. So, because I have gained the advantage that I can pass to one ally as well if I succeed. What that does is it gives me 2 upgrades when shooting the ship and 2 upgrades to it when they shoot at me.
So you're getting in the blind spot.
Yep, because we're using the Genesis rules where they improved. So I need to do... What speed is the cruiser going at?
Cruiser is going at max speed right now, which is currently... As it's ominously going in space. Currently, its speed is 2.
2? Okay. So I have to succeed on an easy piloting check to gain the advantage over it. And that should be easy, hence the name.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go my character sheet.
I've got the difficulty set. I turn that easy into a not so easy. Can only hope.
Too many tabs. Character.
Or never enough.
No, too many. I lost my skills. Where's my skills? Debate class 2. Oh, on the skills tab, that's why. Pilot space. Okay. They're good to go?
Yep. As you're definitely trying to gain the advantage, and obviously that upgraded easy roll was just as easy as we thought it would be. So, wow. What would you like for your 2 advantage?
I will gain 2 of my strain back.
Okay.
And
So you are finding the sweet spot.
yep. So anytime we shoot at it, we have 2 upgrades, and it has 2 upgrades.
Upgrades
2
for difficulty.
downgrades. Yep.
Yeah.
When shooting at us. Plus,
Okay.
because we're silhouette 2 versus its silhouette 5, it has 4 purple dice when shooting at us. So it really has 2 reds and 2 purples.
You've made it very difficult
And
for
then
its
don't
gunners.
forget the blue don't forget the leadership blue.
Yep. And then I'm going to
Move
continue
within the sweet spot.
to move up.
You're within short already, but yeah.
And then so on your turn, Enos, if you want to shoot at the TIE fighters versus to help take those out. But
Is that within range?
the TIE fighters,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right now everything but the one Gazanti's in range. So
Nice.
So you've got this
This
guy in
round.
range, this guy in range, and 1, 2, 3. This guy's just out of range. So that was our Duncan's turn.
I'm set up to draw attention.
Okay, so this TIE fighter's definitely, you got his attention.
Okay. Now
None.
five black dice to shoot at me.
That's just messed up.
Yep.
Oh, that is ridiculous. And where is my ace?
Yeah, I knew they were aces.
As this one is like, this one is mine.
Ha 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 ha. Many have said that before.
Yeah, don't get pissy, man.
Well, I figure with 2 other people to come shoot at them, I'll be okay. If I had to deal with all of it by myself, I'd be in trouble. But
Yeah, oh yeah.
All of a sudden, your survival skills start to drop.
Yep.
As you see his little cockpit, he's prepared to die, rebel. Wow, those black dice, man.
Yep.
So you get hit for 7 points of damage before armor.
Okay.
I think that's just a glancing blow to you. Wow, those black dice, man.
Not enough failures. There's supposed to be more failures.
Yeah, but they were all
I'll take 'em.
effective.
Yep.
And he will gladly take the strain.
Okay.
Okay, and he's basically floating in the same general direction.
Okay.
And this one is going to come and take a shot too, because why not?
Sounds good.
Because that's ridiculous with the 5 black dice.
Nope.
And you hear over the snide comment on, I thought he was yours. You didn't finish him off, so allow me to pick up the spare. And he kind of shoots stray shots into space that do nothing, and you just hear the two pilots are obviously equal ranked officers, and they're totally talking shit.
Cool.
So obviously can't chew bubblegum and shoot at the same
And
time.
they're gonna give you a black dice on your ship's next whatever happens.
Okay.
Just because he shot right across your bridge. It was super close.
Yep.
So who's going next?
Oh, I'll go ahead and go next. That puts me there, which puts me...
It does put
Within
this guy within range. Oh, for torpedoes. Yeah, he is within torpedo range.
Yeah. So we will definitely torpedo.
Okay, don't roll yet.
We are torpedoing the command ship?
I gotta
Okay.
get those black dice out of there.
You
We're gonna
should
try
target the bridge, because we might be able to get the commander, and that's what we're really going for with attacking the cruiser, right?
And
So our hope is that they'll call a retreat once they see that we can blow up the ship.
I mean,
Yeah.
when 2 command cruisers disappear, 2 command ships. The third one might get the idea of, I want promotion, not death. And are you taking some strain to aim as well, so you can use your true aim? You got that right?
Should have from a targeting
No, not
computer.
this character.
No, your ship.
Doesn't your targeting computer give it?
Well, I got the targeting computer, which is automatic and upgrade.
Okay.
One upgrade ability of gunnery checks, mod 1.
Don't
So
you have to aim to get that bonus though?
No,
No,
it gives one right away, but then as an upgrade, there is a
the true
rank
aim.
of true aim.
Okay. So I've
Yeah.
got one upgrade in there for you for your targeting computer.
Right.
As
And
somewhere
then-
in the background, you're hearing a voice saying, "Use the force, young Aiden."
So, but I will aim, and I only basically moved, so I'm shooting, so I don't need to spin strain, right? So it's just
Well, if you're moving, that does count as a maneuver.
right.
So if
That's my move. My action's now to shoot.
Yep. But if you're aiming, that's the second
Oh,
maneuver.
aim. Okay. Yeah.
To be 2 personal strain.
Yep.
Yeah. That's fine. I will do that.
As long as it's not coming off the ship, that's the important part.
Exactly. And then we'll do that too.
Oh, since you're the guy with all the fancy targeting reticles.
Oh yeah. Got to make it count.
Okay, I've got it in there.
All right. So,
Let's hope that front deflector shield helps.
Oh,
The front deflector shield did nothing. Nothing.
so that's 10.
So
We will
you could
definitely-
crit and linked 1.
Yeah. Which is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Ridiculous.
So
This is
you're gonna
ridiculous.
hit for 10 points before armor. So that's 5 points.
And then again for
So
5.
they have 11 armor.
They have 5 armor.
So
It was
does
breach 6.
the breach?
Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you. I had not gotten that far yet. Yes, so it has breach 6, which ignores that. So 10 and 10. All right. And it is. Let me fix that number. So minus 20. And you want a crit on that bad boy.
Yeah. Crit. Yeah. I mean, theoretically, could do blasts and do damage to that one TIE fighter probably, but I'll take the crit.
Since thankfully your buddy's not engaged to it.
Not yet. I'm going to.
Hopefully we get a good crit. Of course, 20.
Losing power to shields. Decrease defense in affected defense zone by 1 until repaired. Okay, so
nice.
his
That's a good one.
defense 2 is now just a defense 1 to his front shield.
Nice.
So you've jacked up
works.
his shield emitters.
And what's the whatchamacallit? That's their close range. So what's close range? 15?
Short is 3. I'm sorry, close is 3 and short is 6.
Okay, so Sparky can let loose on that guy then.
Okay,
With
so you're gonna have
the
Sparky shoot
turret.
the turret.
Yep, I'm assuming he'll move on my turn. Or since we didn't roll a niche for him or anything.
Yeah, I'll just have him go on your turn. It's easier that way.
Yeah, okay. What? Why are you making it so hard for Sparky?
It's almost like I want to see Sparky's, intermittent power failure happen.
All right, let's see.
As Sparky's taking the shot without you even asking, he's just like, kill, kill, kill.
Yeah. Because that's what he is, man.
Kill, kill,
All right.
kill.
Let's see. What's his gunnery? Which is probably nothing. But, hey, at least he's shooting something. All right. We ready?
Yep.
All right. Oh, shit, he hit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Okay, and he's hitting with the ion turret.
Yep. He's manning the turret.
Okay,
Go, Sparky, go!
So how much strain is that?
Let's see. The twin mounted ion cannon is crit 4, damage 5.
Not bad.
We should all cheer Sparky for
I mean,
that
for
one.
a TIE fighter, that's a lot of system strain.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see the little
5,
lightning
6, 7.
arc hit that one as Sparky's taking the shot without even asking permission.
Wait, was that
Sparky's
one of
got
the
a-
aces?
That's one of the aces, yeah.
Okay.
Sparky's got a hard on against the Imperials,
You said you said we can use an open comm with them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to on open comms just tell that ace that he got hit by an unskilled, untrained astromech.
Imperial astromech.
This is how much better astromechs get when they work for the rebellion.
There's something about that program upgrade when the rebels get them and give them the little boost. It's like that one movie where they're like, I want your joking at 20% increase. I want your effectiveness at 20% increase.
I also tell Sparky I'm going to buy him an oil bath when we get home.
So who is going next?
Wait, is that the last initiative slot?
Nope.
No.
You gotta wait. We're only like not even halfway through the initiative.
Okay. Well, I can go if you guys like me to, but I'm also fine going last.
Well, you're up in the fray, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did
All right.
see this guy get shot with the ion turret, and it jacked him up a bit. So if you want to shoot him with an ion turret, that might double up on the effectiveness.
Oh, yeah.
Like that
Take one
idea.
out.
Or
Some
you can
teamwork.
shoot at this guy that you have cool free upgrades on for shooting that guy.
Nah, take out the one TIE fighter ace.
Yeah, I'm gonna disable all of his systems so that he can sit there alive contemplating his life choices.
Yep.
After
So
talking
you
so
can
much
mock him.
smack.
Yeah.
You can
Alrighty.
mock him as he
Here, let me
slowly
open my
floats through
vehicle
space.
sheet. All right, am I good? All good to fire?
You are now.
Do you have your boost?
And then
Are you
I'm not
aiming?
taking any other maneuver, so I will aim.
Okay, I've got your aim in there.
Yeah.
Nice.
And yes, that's damage 5. So that's 8 strain, or 8.
Yep,
8 system
8 strain.
And I believe I am down some personal strain, so I'll take that advantage to bump my personal strain back up.
So needless to say, since you guys crossfired him with ion turrets, he just kind of like starts rolling free form out there in space. As you just realize he just shut his twin ion engines just got shut down by ion arcs.
Aww.
As he just like shakes his hand at you through the viewport as he's spinning off into space.
Aww.
I tell him he can be cool too if he joins the rebellion. Hey, I got a recruiting duty.
We only want skilled pilots. Whoa!
Say no. We'll take anybody. They can fly the freighters.
Oh. So needless to say, down here at the planet you guys are seeing on your radar, these two bombers kind of open up on this ship, and it's kind of a foregone conclusion what happens. As you just see the ship explode as a salvo of armor-piercing missiles from both the bombers hit it in tandem, and it's sad as you're hearing screams on the radio going, "Save us!" Moment of heart pings. Pings.
You gotta get down there, guys.
Working on it.
Yeah, we-
Faster.
Hey, those transports should have some defense weapons.
And the TIE fighters seem to be confused and splitting up.
Yeah.
Mainly, I think one's worried about one of the aces just got shot out, so maybe their boss needs backup. And ominously, this transport here, you see its turrets looking right at Sobek.
Okay.
And
That's good.
I do recall that was 5 black dice.
Yep.
Gonna be
Oh, with
2 upgrades on difficulty.
Two purples, 2 reds, and 5 blacks.
And of course, the guy's gonna aim. So it's 2 purples with 2 upgrades and 5 blacks. Oof, that's ugly.
Yep.
We're going for a Hail Mary. And let's make sure I've got the, yeah, it is short with linked 1. As expected, because, you know, Sobek is Sobek, the turrets just start shooting off in your general direction, and of course they're missing horribly because you're, you know, tiny, you're evasive, you're finding the sweet spot, all that other garbage.
All those shots look so promising, but this man's flying, I swear.
It's making you remember the, you know, Flash Gordon when they invade the capital city with all the laser blaster fire, doing absolutely nothing other than a beautiful firework display.
Right.
So Rigger or Kay, who's going next?
I'm gonna move.
Okay. Which way you gonna move? Oh, you're moving away from the one that's coming up your butt.
Yeah.
Would you move 3 this time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
Am I in range to shoot anything? actually?
If you can get in the orange circle here, you're within range for missiles. If you're in the yellow, you're in range for your other weapons.
Okay.
So
So if you take 2 system strain to move a second time.
Okay. Woo. Why do you gotta do that to me? Is it the green one that I'm doing the strain again? I'm having
yes,
issues.
the green one is system strain.
And it's -2?
Yep.
You'd be able to move 3 up to 3 more.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so you are within torpedo range.
Yes.
Oh God, are you gonna torpedo the TIE fighter?
No.
Oh no, that was me.
Oh, okay. You were checking to see if she could blast it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to target the TIE fighter?
Oh no, if you're gonna use missiles, shoot the cruiser.
Yeah.
Target the
checking-
bridge.
I was checking for your ion gun to shoot the other one.
Yeah. Just out of the turret.
Just
okay.
out of range.
Right. Give me a moment.
And on the plus side, if you do, like they were talking earlier, have enough advantages to do blast on it, you could hit that TIE fighter.
Yeah.
Oh, so I forgot, what was the critical that Sobex did to the... Or was that Sobex?
No.
There was a critical that happened.
-1 defense.
Basically
defense
to
is down
reduce
1.
its shield.
Yeah,
okay,
was,
and that was on the
Cruiser.
the
On the
cruiser, right?
yes.
The cruiser that you're all ganging up on, yep. Okay, wow. When did you guys get 5 light side? Look at that. So you're gonna lock and load your torpedoes?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna do anything else? You can't aim because you've already double moved, but you are flipping a light side. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I pause to see if you guys do it. So go for it. I got your difficulty in there for you to launch your missiles.
Yeah, I was getting ready to click it if she didn't.
I'm just, give me a second. I'm just trying to figure it out. No, that's not what I want. Stop that. No. Torpedoes, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And then I'm gunnery.
If you go to your vehicle page, there should be
Okay.
there should be one for the photon torpedoes.
Yep.
Yeah. Fountain, photon, twin, photon.
You're wanting to see tons of advantage and at least a success.
Mm-hmm. And this one. Cool. All right, ready. And go.
Okay, so we do have 2 advantages. So you have options. As your missile goes flying off, it's going to do 10 points of damage before armor. You do have breach 6, so you can kind of ignore that armor. So you have the option here of you can either do blast 6, which means this guy would be hit with 6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could do linked 1 and have 2 missiles hit for double the love.
But linked 1 would be my recommendation.
Linked
Yeah.
1 is the better bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Taking out a much bigger ship.
I like linked 1. And then, okay, so I can't gain strain on my ship, right? It's only for personal?
The 2 advantages would go to activating link 1.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because
Then, yeah,
remember, it's 2 advantage to activate qualities.
okay.
Okay, so you fire your missiles, and both missiles bury right into the target for a total of 20 points. This thing is looking absolutely chewed the hell up. It is literally a fifth of what it used to be ship-wise, which is still pretty fucking tough. But it is smoking in chunks. It's got, the whole armored platform in the front has got huge gaping holes. Part of the shield projector is constantly hissing. So there's this static that you can see on the force shield generator that you know for a fact that Sobek, weakened it. So it's not working as good as it should be working. And now it's going to be...
What's Tor have to say?
He is like, get them out of my sky, you fools! Shoot them down!
He's only got 1 to shoot him down.
We should tell them that we're trying.
Yeah.
There's definitely the good old-fashioned try.
We're trying to shoot down your TIE fighters. I'm sorry, we're just not fast enough for you.
To which I say, damn you, whoever in the Empire took off the torpedo launchers on this transport and only gave it medium lasers.
Cost savings.
So,
You think they
Kay,
should
what are
put-
you gonna do?
So there's nothing in ion cannon range, correct?
One. Yeah, this one's just out of range.
Okay.
But you're in hacking range.
Yeah, you could.
So can you try to convince, or you threaten them or try to convince them to get the bombers to come back?
Yeah. But you
Can
can
I
slice
have
enemy
the command
systems
ship to
or
order a fallback?
You can try to fake it. So you're going to use deception to say recall all fighters from the planet?
Can I use computers?
I will increase the difficulty. I will upgrade it once and say yes. You can give the computer command to recall instead of actually getting on the radio and pretending you're somebody on the command cruiser.
so he's given a command.
Wait, is there any way that
as-
is there any way that we could work together and like he could hack it and then maybe I could try and use leadership?
Well, you already took your actions, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, if he can send a signal, duping it as a Imperial signal.
Yep, he's sending the Imperial recall signal. So you can try.
Oh my God, we're hit! Oh, and yeah, I want to do the. He's a coward. So, oh my God, we're hit. Everybody cover me. Forget about those civilians.
Okay,
So
go
that way it
ahead.
actually makes sense.
Go ahead and try your computer's roll. This could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Let me get the upgrade in there for you. You caught me just as I was taking a drink. I was just going to
Okay.
sit back and enjoy whatever happened. Something's going to happen.
And was it for calling the retreat? If you can tell them to return to the undamaged ship to help indicate that they feel that the damaged ship may not be there when they come back.
One more round of torpedoes up its nose and it may not be there anymore.
Okay, now this does count as slicing, right?
No. Because you're not
No.
actually hacking their computers, you're just trying to send them a fake message.
Oh, okay. Would it be better to actually attack their computers, take it over, and then send out the fake message next turn?
No, I think that's a good option. What you're doing.
Okay.
They have faith in your hacking skills.
Okay, tell me when.
I've got it in there for you.
Oh shit!
Oh, the most lethal purples we've seen all night. So you do have a bunch of advantage. What would you like to cash those in for?
You could try and make it sound like it wasn't coming from you and it was coming from like one of the Imperials that wanted to leave.
Well, I think that was already what he was doing. So.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, rather than like it being, since it failed to be like an Imperial command,
His
he could still make it
authentication
sound like
codes
it
were
was
off.
It could still sound like it was some like Imperial soldier that just didn't want to die, and that's why he was trying to fake it.
The word for the day is Tango Lima, and you said Foxtrot Tango. And they're like, this isn't correct. This doesn't have the proper clearance. But you have advantages.
Oh.
Could he use like 3 to
Is
stall
there
their
morale
action
in
this round
game?
coming?
Wait, is there morale in this game?
Not really. It's usually like coercion versus discipline.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it could cause the strike force to pause while they figure out if
Yeah, you
they're
could
trying to
totally make
figure
them
out.
lose their maneuver as they're trying to figure out what's going on. As they're like, wait a minute, this looks official. And then they all kind of scratch their helmets going, yeah, that's not today's command code. The color is blue for the day.
So they kind of aren't shooting anything, doing anything for a round.
It kind of costs them one maneuver.
I'll take
for all
that.
four, I'll even give it that all the TIE fighters are stalled except the ace, who's in the middle of combat and not reading his text messages right now.
Right.
He's like, I'm going to shoot that guy.
I'll take that.
So that
Okay.
buys a round on the ships down below.
So it does, we'll buy them around to hopefully get some goosing going.
Or shooting something as a goose.
Round 3. Is there one transport is going to pull a lateral instead of keep running right into those guys? They're gladly going to go that direction. And those guys are gladly going to go that direction.
So might only lose 2 transports.
And, TIE fighters are scratching their head. So we'll give the TIE fighters... Oh, back up to the top. Okay, so top of the order. Who's going first?
I will go first.
I was going to say, are you going to use those free upgrades before you lose them?
Yep. Use my free upgrades. I'm going to aim. I'm going to aim twice. Take some personal strain. And I'm going to shoot some missiles.
At almost point blank range.
Because they're wonderful, wonderful things.
And you said you were aiming twice?
Yep.
Damn. So I got 2 blue, 2 upgrades against 1 poor purple, and 1 shield because it's barely effective.
Yep.
Okay, take that beautiful shot as you're putting the missiles right through the
Oh,
missile
damn.
holes that you already made.
Ooh.
That's
Oh my
that's
God.
ugly.
So let's see. So you need 2 advantages for linked.
Okay. I will
I do-
give you that the first missile will do enough damage to destroy the vessel.
Okay.
Or at least
Okay.
drop it to 0.
Okay.
That
Yeah, but if
gunnery
you
is a
link-
sin.
If you link and then blast, that's 12 points.
That's
Well,
To
if
tie.
we. So with it going to 0, it'd take a crit. Then if we do linked, it'd take more damage and take a crit.
yep.
So we'll do that still. And then if we do blast, we can hit the TIE fighter ace. That'd be 4. We'll take 2 strain back. And then I have a triumph.
And then you
Uh,
still have a triumph.
My triumph be in some manner that the TIE bombers received and understood the message that it's time to leave.
I will definitely give you the
As they quit receiving communications from their
oh Jesus.
command ship.
Not that it mattered for the last one, but so the command ship basically took 2 beautiful missile shots that cracked open the cockpit. You basically see the front end of it puking, people in flames. The blast does take out the ace.
Aw.
And for your advantage, the TIE fighters and even this guy will be thinking about breaking off at this point.
Okay.
Especially the sad part, I can just see your Y-wing kind of glided up to right in front of it in the sweet spot and just fired 2 torpedoes right down its throat.
As he winked at Tor through the blast shield.
And the guy's just waving his fist as the torpedoes light up his day. Okay, so right now the TIE fighters are confused trying to read the message that was sent to them because they finally have a turn. And they're just like, what? We're going to delete that square because that's the aces. So who's going next?
Can I go next and try and take advantage of the fear that he just instilled and attempt to make a leadership check, announcing
Go.
to the Imperial forces, "We have
for it.
killed one of your commanders. Now we have killed another. Whoever is next, I suggest you leave before we do the same again."
Okay, so you're just doing a general leadership against their discipline,
Yeah.
almost like a coercion, someone would say. But we'll let you use leadership.
Please.
Go for it.
Well, he's using leadership command jargon.
Yep. Okay, so you're popping off with we've already taken care of your Lambda shuttle. We've just taken care of your commander. It's no longer an ISB or a military operation. Just go home, Imperials. Just go home.
It's now a massacre.
You're
Exactly.
attacking unarmed civilian vessels. You've broken military law 4967. You are now war criminals, and we will execute you accordingly.
Oh, yeah.
And stacking that on top of your triumph, you're getting the static of people just absolutely losing their shit. Okay, who's going next? Damn, and this has only been 3 rounds.
Yeah. So as I say, if it was it, tell them if the TIE fighters return to the other cruiser, we'll let you leave.
I mean, that's sort of what I said.
Yeah?
That's what I was going for. Your
Yeah, but they're
commanders are gone.
Imperials.
Just
You have
go
to use very
home.
small words and concise directions.
No, you're right. I will definitely include that.
You can't make it too complicated.
Right. So we'll move forward and let's see which
Go
is
home
better.
and we'll let your tinfoil ships head home with their support.
Just I said, just keep your distance from the other Gazanti cruiser.
Yeah. Well, I figure I'll move forward and I will scan the wreckage for computer core or anything that might be of value in the wreckage. And I'm looking to see if I want to do that or if I want Sparky to. Because what's the check? Let's see.
It's going to be computers. I've got the difficulty in there for you.
Wait. Scan the enemy perception, or is it?
You could use perception instead of computers.
Yeah. Let me look at the two options here. See who has what stats here.
Now remember, the ship is still exploding at this very moment, so there is a black dice to that.
That's fine.
He did just blow it up like a hair's second before you're scanning the wreckage.
Yeah.
Scan the now imploding wreckage. Oh, look, 4 bodies still have life signs. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Oh, definitely not me perceiving, but I could do computers. Yeah, I'll do computers. That's fine. Everything set up?
Yep.
All right.
As you know, you're popping off the computers, and there's just so much crap exploding right now. It's like, I detect photon explosions.
Yeah.
As
That's all
there's the sensor scanner's just showing this big white blip of too much radiation and too much light and too much stuff to get a clear picture. But it does show that the ship here is going for a full burn towards the planet. And the TIE fighters look like they're changing directions to head this direction.
Okay.
Okay, so this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you know what? They're going to take strain to help their TIE fighters. They're willing to burn some of their 36 strain on the ship.
God.
It really is an armored freaking school bus. 50 armor, 50 hull and 30 strain. Okay? And the turret guys are like, no, get us in range. No turret shooting for you, buddy. Okay, so who's going next?
It's a short bus from hell.
So, Rigger?
I was going to say, Rigger K, right? So,
Yeah.
or no? Yeah.
So I can move 4 at this point, right?
Uh-huh. Because you're going at your top speed.
All right. So if I go 1, 2, 3. If I go here, is that all right with you guys? Or
Where?
this square?
Oh, sure.
Okay. 1.
Right there? Is that what?
Well, I think 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're blasting through the stunned TIE fighter and the wreckage of the ship that's slowly spreading out. Poor guy's still shaking his fist in his cockpit as it's spinning into space.
You shouldn't have been one.
Anything for your action?
Is there anything I can do?
You can always take 2 strain and shoot missiles at the fleeing transport. It's totally a jerk move, by the way.
Totally
but you
a
totally
jerk
can
move.
do it.
Out of range.
Well, if she takes 2 strain, she could get like right here.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother.
Yeah. No.
No, I don't want to do that.
We told them their option. They're doing it,
Okay.
So if the
We got
bombers,
honor.
I say if the bombers attacking the ship, then I'd say it goes down. But
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what is K gonna do?
Well, let's see. We're not in range to shoot anything. Oh, I want to make sure that we get really good video of this, because this will turn into a recruitment ad.
Ooh, okay. So you're busting out the combat computer to go ahead and see about the good footage. Go ahead and
Yeah.
give me computers. It's just against 2 purple.
He's going to start modifying the story already.
Soon he'll take the propaganda class, you know.
That's the fun one.
Yeah, that's the fun one. It's all about talking shit. Okay, so the 3 threat is it's going to be kind of garbled, some of the video. It's going to look like, you know, World War II bomber footage where it's kind of focused and out of, you know, context, but you do get the footage that you're looking for that you can splice and show of like, this is what it's like when you go straight down the throat of an armored transport.
No. This is Imperials shooting defenseless civilians.
Okay, so you do get that combat footage.
Because remember, it's also war crimes.
Yeah? Well, except the ISB is 100% sure that this is a rebel base where rebel terrorists have been operating from.
Well,
It's
that's
not
what
war
they're-
crimes when it's Al Qaeda, right?
Well, that's what their story is, but we're showing the other story. We'll get footage of civilians on the planet to, you know, show it's just a peaceful.
You got the unarmed ships that literally these are unarmed transport. They have 0 weapons to defend.
Right. Yep. Yeah, that might be one you look at, the propagandist. I kind of like that character. I like what it was a one shot
Yeah.
that we did. It was a propagandist. What was I like, counselor or something? Or not counselor, but
The diplomat.
diplomat, propagandist. Yeah, that was kind of a fun character for the one shot.
And then you get a hover camera to follow you around and take photos of everything.
I love diplomats.
I'm a member of the press, bitch. Okay, top of the order. You guys sense that there's a impending Imperial retreat happening. There happens to be 4 fighters left, 1 transport that can carry 4 fighters. You see that this is probably what's going to be happening shortly. Who's going first?
I would say we probably go down towards the transports just to ensure their exit.
Provide support.
Mhm.
And remember, you guys can totally, you know, radio them.
Yeah. Or maybe send them encrypted jump coordinates.
Oh, somebody could totally do astrogation for them if you want.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Rather than them all scattering in different directions because they don't know where to run, they're just running in a direction.
Mm.
I'm going to move here and do gain the advantage on the cruiser, just so that way, and basically take a defensive position, give them their space to basically allow their ships to dock, but
Just
if they start to do anything fishy,
You've got that ominous wing waggle that
Yep.
I'm watching you.
Yep.
Yeah. Basically taking up escort position.
Yep. We'll make sure that you leave.
You know, that ominous 2-second target lock, just to let them know that I could if I wanted.
Yep. And then that's 1 difficulty because of the speed difference. So if you're ready.
And it's just average check, right?
1 purple because of the speed difference.
All right.
I'm assuming they're going 2.
No, they're actually going. Yeah, they're going 2. They're going max.
Yeah. So.
And you're going a whole lot faster.
I'm going 4. All right.
Okay. Needless to say, yes, you are in the sweet spot that you could shove missiles up their engine tubes if you wanted.
Cool. So knowing that I'm in the prime position gives me 2 strain back, and then I will. I don't really need to take another maneuver. We'll it'll just stay. So, I'll give a black dice to the next person, the next bad guy, and then a boost to the next player.
As we get a astromech confirmation. Okay. So needless to say, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. This guy's donating everything to moving to get into the sweet spot.
Okay.
He's going to attempt to dock the nut rather than taking his time. He's going to basically take strain to double move to get there, and then he's going to try to dock with a black dice because it's moving at full speed. As you're all waiting to see a bad thing happen, I bet.
Oh, it'd be great.
As he docks and connects, then he's just
So
like,
they crashes full speed into the ship.
as the TIE fighters are obviously retreating quickly, especially when they see the first guy connect, because they're just like, oh shit, how long until they leave? This is not good. Okay, so who's going next?
Rigger, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
If we know exactly when a ship is going to be warping into this system, is there any way to tell where it's going to wind up?
Oh. Is there?
Unfortunately, they did not give the location. They just said reinforcements would be arriving in blah 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 rounds.
Okay.
Which sadly now is, let's see, it's going to be, it's
3
only
rounds
round
away.
4. So you basically have 8 rounds before reinforcements arrive.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's when the evacuation would be complete. You have 5 rounds before reinforcements arrive. Conveniently, it was going to take a little more time when I rolled dice randomly. More time to leave than more time for reinforcements.
Okay.
I like the convenience of that. It's when the dice love you.
Alright. So, do you guys want me to do the astrogation and send the coordinates to the people?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. Is that okay?
Yeah.
To not get hit?
That's totally okay. Wait, you should go totally into another place. You should totally block your other buddy's shot. That's what you should do.
Ah, totally. Yeah, totally. Cool.
Oh, wait,
cool.
sorry, I'm on the other side.
Alright.
Okay, so I've got your astrogation in there if you want to go ahead and roll it to give them coordinates.
Okay.
Now, you're not giving them anything fancy, right? You're just saying, hey, guys, go to this place and wait for us.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure it was an average check and nothing super complicated. Like, here are 15 jumps I'd like you to take, and then wait for us in this nebula.
Yeah,
Right.
no.
This isn't the sequels where you have to worry about being tracked in hyperspace.
Cool. Perfect.
Or the prequels if you get tagged in Rebels.
Yeah.
And then if I'm able to, I'll help out.
Okay. If you're willing to spend your turn, yes.
I already took my turn, so.
That's the trick with the assist.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your astrogation.
Okay. 1 moment.
She's good. She's got it. See, look at that.
Look at that. Don't roll yet, then. Don't roll yet.
I'm not.
She'll have it.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. She's going to find a super safe place for these guys.
Oh, no.
No.
As you're just like, here's the coordinates. You'll be fine. We'll see you there. It could be that the exploding ship caused some radio static and they thought they heard you say 7 and you actually said 11 and, you know,
Right.
these simple mistakes. It's not that you screwed up. It's just that the relaying of the information was inaccurate at some level.
Hey, I
Sent
think
them
it would
somewhere.
I think it would be perfectly in character for Sobex to check her chords.
Yeah.
I was saying, and this is why I always double check the droid. So
Yep.
But he's already gone, so
Yep. So you give them all of the coordinates to meet, and they're like, Roger, we're gonna spin up as soon as we're out of the gravity well. We should be out in about a good 5 rounds, because sadly we keep hugging the planet instead of leaving the atmosphere.
All right.
It's almost like it made perfect sense for them to use the planet as a block as opposed to just, straight up running through the battle.
Right.
Because
All right.
yes,
Wait. 5 rounds?
yeah,
When are reinforcements coming?
in about 5 rounds.
no, in about what?
4
3
rounds.
rounds?
4
4 rounds?
four
Is
rounds.
there any way we can get them to move faster?
Yeah, unfortunately, you cannot get out and push them out of the gravity well.
well, if the battle is clear, can they move in a better method to get away faster?
Yes. Now that you've made an opening for them, they're actually going to be getting out faster than they should have.
Yay.
Because instead of avoiding combat, they're just avoiding the gravity well now.
Yeah. But we're still going to have to, be here and maybe field some stuff for a minute.
And technically, you guys, where you are, you're out of the gravity well. Like the armored transport here is going to have to move away from the planet before it can leave.
Hey, it's okay. Them needing an extra minute to get out of the gravity well give Sobex an extra minute to notice that Riggs screwed up her hyperspace cords and get them to not maybe jump into a star.
One time. Okay.
I know it always is just the one time, but it's good that.
Oh no! You were expecting them to jump partially in the gravity well.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
All right.
who's going next?
All right, they're going somewhere.
Oh wait, before I would like to send the advantage off.
Okay, who you giving it to?
The next person.
Okay. So who's going next and getting that advantage?
If nobody else has anything, I'll do my stuff, I guess.
Wait, are they still in communications range?
Everyone's within communications range.
So can I put a bug in their systems?
The Imperials?
Yeah.
So you're going to try to hack their system?
Yeah.
Okay, so what exactly are you trying to do with your hacking? That way I know the difficulty.
Put in a in the old days they used to call it a terminate and stay resident worm, where it would just get there and then it would like accumulate information and then every so often it would just spit it out.
Okay, so what kind of information are you trying to get?
Military's nice.
So specifically
Who's doing what?
off this transport's
codes
computer?
Are. The codes of the day.
Okay, so communications logs.
Sure.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your slicing. You do get 2 blue added, right?
Right.
Okay, go for it.
Not yet.
As he's attempting his electronic warfare.
Yeah.
And apparently he's flipping a light side. I like that. Use it when you got it. That's what it's there for. So go ahead when ready.
And you got the blues, right?
Yep, 2 blues, 1 upgrade. Okay, so make sure on your character sheet somewhere noting that you do have a communications computer that is spitting out Imperial daycoms for you, which will basically tell you where this ship is, what the code of the day is for this ship and its fleet, and the general, data information for it, which could be priceless information in the right hands on the right day.
Yep.
Like all good electronic warfare.
Okay, so Do you want to give me the name of the ship or some way to identify it?
Sure, this is the Ashan's Vengeance.
Okay, so I have Sean's Vengeance Imperial Daycoms.
Yep, and it's Ashan.
Oh, Ashan.
Just put an A and an apostrophe in front of Sean. Makes it sound all Star Warsy. Who knows who the Imperial commander is it's named after, but it's named after somebody's, need for vengeance. Don't worry, when the next one comes out of a factory, it's going to be named Tor's Revenge. Okay, so who's taking that last slot?
I guess that's going to be me.
Oh, wait a second. I need another blue. I don't know if it'll do anything, but she gave me a blue.
Oh, that is right. You did get a blue. It will come up blank for you.
Okay.
Nice trade.
Obviously, she
right.
wasn't able to give you much help with your hacking roll, other than the feel joy of a good job well done.
You're doing a great job, buddy. That's all I got. So sorry.
It's hard to. When a droid tells you that you're doing a good job, it's hard to believe it.
Right?
It's
just
really
programmed to say that to be nice.
It's their pat on the back program,
Yep.
That lack of emotion in it just, doesn't carry.
Sounds too much like an auto response. Or worse, you get pixelated anime face that just waves, good job, thumbs up.
So patronizing.
So who's going last?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
And Sparky first will of the wreckage there.
Sorry, he's gonna what?
Do a scan of the wreckage.
So much wreckage around you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got it in there.
All right. Here we go. Hey!
So he immediately pulls up the wreckage scan, and he's giving you this like small list of things that he's sensing in the wreckage of the two ships. That and there's still a life sign coming from this TIE fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As it's rolling past behind you with the guy shaking his fist at you. Totally doing his Team Rocket impersonation.
I take it he takes a strain or damage in his case.
Mm-hmm. You bastards!
All right.
But you do know in the wreckage there's some communications suite equipment.
Ooh, yay.
Okay.
Which could be salvaged to use, to modify a ship's communications equipment.
Right.
It would also have their old information on it.
Well, most likely any saved data is probably not in good shape since it survived multiple explosions from photon torpedoes. But the equipment seems to be intact.
So it could be something to modify the
It could
other
totally
ship with.
be a free modification for sensor suite or communications.
That sounds something that Kay would want.
On the other ship, yep. So that's the most valuable thing I see.
Yes, that's the most valuable thing that you're seeing in the wreckage, other than the fact that, lots of bodies.
Yeah, well, can't do nothing for them. Sorry. So I'll attempt to do I guess I can dock and like hook up with it, or.
Yeah, for a piloting check, you could dock up with it.
Okay.
Okay, I've got the difficulty in there for you. As you're just like, oh look, sensor equipment. Let's go connect to that real quick.
Yeah, I'm sure Kay will love it.
Oh, and Quinn's making sure that this happens.
I'm sure he'll appreciate the gesture. All right. Are we all set?
Yep.
All right. Look at
Okay, so
that.
immediately you go clink and you connect it to you, and you're just like, we got this, Sparky. As Sparky's like swiveling your turret around very angrily looking for something to shoot. Kill, kill, kill.
He works great as a gunner that way.
He's got that angry sound effect like the BB-9 in the last two movies.
Yep.
And that's really just his housing grinding against each other. Okay, so top of the order, you've got civilians are heading out. They've got your coordinates. They're like, "Thank you, Thunder Squad. You saved our lives." They'll be clear in basically 15 seconds.
All right, I'm gonna double check Riggs's numbers. I don't trust the droids.
It's actually appreciated.
I would reduce difficulty by 1 and also remove a black die.
Okay, so go ahead and make your roll as you're checking the numbers.
Where highlights head points.
Yep.
Okay.
As you're totally like, those coordinates are wrong. Where the hell are you sending these guys?
Oh, wait.
Are you meaning to send them to the Dark Moon of Coruscant?
Possibly.
As you're totally getting the idea that she gave them random coordinates, but not the best random coordinates.
Like, all right, here's where we're really going to meet up at. Use these new coordinates that I'm sending. As squadron commander, follow my commands. Or squadron leader, follow my commands. Ha ha ha. I'll pull rank over the droid.
Always.
So harsh. And 2 of the TIE fighter pilots managed to dock. This poor last bomber over here is like, "Don't leave without me, guys." Okay, so who's going next? Is Riggs gonna retry those coordinates?
No, I'm not gonna do that to my captain. No. That would be bad.
Question your commander?
No questioning. Nothing. Everything's fine, sir.
No, it just could be you give him different. You do another astrogation check.
Yeah.
He's like, those coordinates are bad. Don't use those. You could totally redo the roll and try again. Do you want to?
Yeah.
No, because we already got the success. I don't want to.
Well, no. His success was to find out the coordinates were crap.
Oh, if they're
Yeah, so
crap.
he needs
Oh.
Yeah, so he needs
Yeah, we can do it again.
new coordinates.
Cool.
So he was rolling to double check your roll.
He was checking your numbers, and he's like, "That's a bad place. We don't want to send them there."
Riggs, try again.
Oh, he's telling you to try again. Cool. I can do that.
Okay, give me an astrogation check.
Closing my eyes.
There we
Okay,
go.
success. So you've picked a better, location for them. Where are you sending them? Anything particular you're sending them to?
Commander?
Let's just send them to another planet in a relatively close system, just to get away from where where the new troops are coming at, and then we can meet up with them and then
a nice hop, skip, and a jump out.
Yep.
And of course, you easily, you're like, "Oh yeah, I was overcomplicating things. Here's better coordinates," and you send that to the rebel ships.
All right.
Actually, sends that to everybody.
Just the rebel ships. I include you guys when I say rebel ships.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. All the rebel ships, all of us. Yeah.
Even the rebel ships that may have spies on them.
Wow.
Dun 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 dun. And take 1 strain for the threat, as you're basically cramming new numbers because you're just like, how did I get that computation wrong? Obviously, it was excess radiation from the exploding ship.
Ah, right. Okay.
The only
Okay.
possible explanation.
So who's going next? Or do you guys just want to chill and watch the Imperials get on their ships and leave?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
I
gonna
mean, I'm a
regroup.
little, I'm a little concerned about the poor ace in the middle of nowhere, but I think we can wait to worry about him until after everything else is cleared up.
No, he'll be picked up when the because I thought about that.
Yeah,
The
Being a
reinforcements.
but I
medic
think
and
the
all,
silent
but
storm will get him, right? Because they're coming.
no,
No,
the
the
Imperials
Imperial
coming
reinforcements.
with reinforcements, so he'll be fine. I mean, he might be beat for failing, but he'll at least be rescued from the ship. Because that did cross my mind to rescue him.
Oh, look
But-
at you guys with your humanitarianness.
Well, don't we
That's
want-
awesome.
Wouldn't we want to take him as a prisoner?
I am a medic, but sorry, but yeah, no.
We don't really have a way to take him as a prisoner
Yeah.
because we can't dock with his ship, and we don't have tractor beams to pull him. So
And we don't have any space in our base to keep him.
we'll just
Well,
let
I'm
him
sure
float.
there's holding cells on the command ship, but
Oh, there's a brig on the command ship.
silent storm, yeah.
But we want to be gone before the Imperial reinforcements come.
Yeah. So
So
yeah, I moved to get back in formation.
Okay, big ship comes over here to make that pilot's turn a whole lot easier on his next turn of just connect. Turrets are pointed at you guys like, please don't come any closer, rebels. Please don't come any closer, rebels. Anyone doing anything
Contrary to-
important as these ships are getting further and further out?
Nope.
They love the coordinates you gave them. They are great. They're almost out of distance thanks to it. Top of this one, the pilot's going to try to dock. Let's hope he doesn't fuck it up. It's like I'm the last pilot coming back. Don't fuck it up.
Fuck up.
He has a really bad bumpy landing, but he doesn't fuck it up. He takes some
Yeah.
strain from being banged around, but still triumphs somehow that he gets out of his ship before, whatever bad happens. And then as you guys are watching, the ship starts taking off in a hurry. Those are all now connected. And you sense that they will be taking off shortly at maximum speed. Anything special you guys are doing?
Nope. Just giving them wide berth to let them leave, and then
Okay.
planning our jump to meet up with the transports. That
Yeah,
will
once
go
we
to once we see all the ships jump to hyperspace.
Okay, you see this group, they go to hyperspace. This group to hyperspace. This guy gives you guys a big hearty thank you so much for rescuing us, Thunder Squadron. You guys are the best. This ship gets just out of the gravity well, and farewell, rebels. We shall meet again.
Better hope not.
Shit talk as they leave. Okay, so you guys taking your hyperspace jump?
Yep.
Okay, you using the coordinates that she gave you?
Yeah, the same as the other transports.
Okay, you guys turn your ships around. You kind of coast back a little bit. You see the TIE fighter watching you with his fist every time he cycles around in his rotation towards you, shaking his fist at you. And you guys
I wink
turn
at
in,
him on one of the passes.
His arm's got to be getting tired.
and literally the round after you guys pop out, a Star Destroyer pops right here.
Oh shit.
As this big ass,
Where?
ominous, scary Star Destroyer, dun 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 dun.
And the
dun.
poor singular TIE fighter.
As the poor TIE fighter goes rolling by, going, meep. And they just look out at the wreckage of a single unarmed transport and a whole lot of Imperial assets.
Yep. Yeah, that's what happens when you mess with Thunder Squadron.
And of course, you guys pop into the system where you guys sent the rebels. You see all five of the ships are kind of huddled really close together. Guns pointing out. They've circled the wagons just in case, and they're just like, Thunder Squadron, thank you so much for rescuing us. I don't know how to express so much. I just wish we could have gotten more people off the planet, and the rest should be fine. They were blending in with the local inhabitants, but thank you again so much. It's just so sad we lost Vector 1. Silent, and you just, silence from the ships because they knew the ship that blew up intimately. They're a rebel cell of friends. Is there anything we can do for you, Thunder Squad?
Keep the hope alive.
Commander?
Keep fighting the good fight.
And they're just like,
There'll be a time when we'll need to talk to you.
okay, and this ragtag group of transports will give you guys their personal contact information. Because obviously they know beyond a shadow of a doubt you rebels you're a badass cell of rebels. So you've got their emergency contact information, which is really just a email, hello email, emergency drop. You basically go to their HoloNet email file, you make an email in draft, and you save it in draft, and then they go to their email and check their draft folder and respond back to it in another draft. Very complicated cipher. It's almost like something real-world terrorists use. If you don't send an email, you can't intercept an email.
Right.
And they basically ask if there's any place that they should head to next.
Oh, is there any spot we need to send them?
You
Or
could even give them
do they
your
go
guys'
to
base
our-
if you wanted.
I was going to say, I mean,
Wait. How positive are we that there aren't any spies in this group?
You have zero assurances whatsoever.
Yeah, we don't bring them home.
I mean, ISB was hot and heavy to hit this place. And remember, when the ISB ship blew up, the commander that was taking charge was quick to assassinate all of them. Which sounds like ISB may have had orders to capture, not kill. Remember, bombers are really good at capturing ships. Just as that TIE fighter that was, ioned into unfunctionalness.
Was the swamp planet that we were on, is that our actual base, or that was just the spot that we had to chill at?
The swampy ceramic place, that's basically your guys' de facto base planet.
Okay. Yeah,
Mainly because the place has lots of heavy metals, so it makes sensor checks difficult. And lots of thermal vents, so it kind of jacks up anyone using just sensors to look for you guys. Because, hey, it's what the Separatists used against the Republic back in the day. I mean, what Pappy used in his Infinite War.
Yeah.
How about the planet with your friend?
The Quartermaster?
Yeah, he's not really a rebel.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. I mean, I don't feel confident that I've developed enough of a relationship with him yet that, like, that planet would be a safe place for a whole bunch of rebels. Remember, there was still
that was an Imperial
decent
control planet, right?
Yeah, there was
that
still a
was an
decent
Imperial
Imperial presence there.
Yeah, I'd say we just pick a planet. We pick a spot for them.
Do we have
we tell command.
time to send a message to Pappy?
Oh, yeah, you can totally send a message to Pappy, because he was about to show up, but I'm assuming you guys contacted him that he wasn't needed.
Yeah. Well, ask Pappy where he
sure.
wants us to send them to.
Yeah, I mean, he's higher
You
in the
message
command for those
Pappy, and
decisions.
he's just like, they want to know where to go. These rebels these days, they are little lost sheep. They don't have any backup plans. They don't have any backup to the backup plans. Send them wherever you think they should go. I trust you guys. But
No.
don't give them our home base coordinates because I don't want to have to use Plan B, C, or D yet.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean,
Happy, that's
how
the problem. Where we were isn't safe.
yeah. How deep Imperial was that place where he's got his buddy?
There was a
I
lot
mean,
of
that
civilians on the
edge of
planet. It basically had only one, actual location. So as Imperial held planets go, it was pretty chill.
so maybe that might not be, give them all the heads up and information. They could start working a cell there and start maybe working that contact as well with you.
I suppose it is a possibility. I still don't like it though.
Yeah, but I mean that's our
Well, you
job
don't
is to
have to
put
tell the
people.
quartermaster or them that they know each other. We're
Well, no,
just telling them a place that has light Imperial presence.
Yeah.
right. I mean, I don't see a problem letting them know there's this one person. He's not, changed, but somebody from their group could start working it eventually. But but that's our job is to put people in places to infiltrate and or cause problems for the Imperials. So
What I'm thinking,
I mean that's what we're about. And having a source there that, if nothing else, if our rebel guys go there and they know about the other guy and they don't interact with him, if nothing else, your contact with him, you can find out if they're being found, if they've screwed up or if they're.
yeah. Well, actually, what we could do is we could pick one of the one of the random civilians on those transport, or one of the rebels on those transports that we trust a lot. And we could have him be like, I could go introduce him,
Right.
not have any of the other people associated with my contact, but have that one person that we trust associated with the quartermaster and be all like, hey, this is my friend, and then have them get to know each other. And then that would allow us to essentially contact that rebel cell without having to go through any avenues that would be traced by, or that would be like, we could send it through him.
Right. Or actually, I wouldn't even have it do that. I would have whoever they have in that cell in our group that is potentially a propagandist or some kind of a face person make his own contact. Because then what that allows is you're not connected at all. So if somehow they start blowing their cover on the planet, you might hear about it from your contact with this guy, and you can then turn around and go, hey, this guy's got some info on shit you're doing. You know what I mean?
And then nobody else
And
is
then
the wiser.
you're not connected in any way, but I'm sure there's somebody in that cell that's, that a subterfuge type person.
Mm-hmm.
And just give him that contact to start working him softly. And then we're still anonymous, but you can get the heads up if shit starts going awry. Because I'm sure he'll talk to you. Yeah, looks like there might be a rebel cell here or something. Oh, really? That's my 2 cents.
So just have them completely unassociated, but have
Yep.
basically using his eyes on their behavior to make sure they don't, get themselves in too much trouble.
Yep.
Okay, so you basically say, hey, go there. It's not a friendly place, but it's a safe place.
Safer place.
and just don't screw up and, blow your cover again.
Exactly.
Okay, so they, of course, thank you guys for the information. They all turn their ships around, and pop off in different directions so they're not all showing up at the same place at the same time. It'll be a very convenient group of traders showing up in succession. Hey, look, another trucker ship I don't know whatsoever. I'm conveniently parking right next to.
There you go.
Okay, and of course, just as they all pop out, Pappy comes popping in with your C-90 transport for you guys to dock, and he's like, so, how did it go?
Pretty well.
We're here, they're not.
It's
And
only
of
one
course,
transport casualty, and
the ship tactical officer is asking you guys to, dock and download your communications equipment, so that way
And
they
we're
can.
all asking for more torpedoes.
Did you use up all of your torpedoes already?
I only used one set,
I
and
used
I
two
made it
sets.
count.
And they're like, okay, I guess, you did save the day, so I guess reloads is the least that we can give you guys.
Give them the tonnage count of destroyed versus our Y-wings and how Y-wings actually aren't supposed to destroy them.
Not supposed to destroy. They're pretty powerful.
That's kind of what Y-wings are made for. You're the equivalent of TIE bombers.
Bombers.
I thought our rolls really weight punched above our weight.
That is something that Y-wings are good at doing. Is they're meant to get in there and jack shit up and then get away because they can't take a hit for shit.
Ah.
I
And
mean,
when you got
technically,
good
X-wings aren't
pilots,
supposed to be they're fighters. They're not meant to be doing tons of missile stuff.
right? Yeah. And when you got good crew, it does what it does, man.
Yeah, the folks that can actually do what they need to do. I mean, that's kind of what you guys, you proudly have this boost of confidence that you realize that obviously you guys were sweating your ass shooting one of those ships down, and you now took on two, plus a command shuttle, plus a bunch of TIE fighters, and walked away to tell the story without a scratch on any of your ships.
Yeah, that's true, huh?
As Pappy immediately is giving that whole, hey, by the way, guys, here's something I want to let you guys know. Look how you've grown as a squadron. I mean, not only are you guys confident in your skills, you're confident in your equipment, you really are coming together as a team.
I got hit once.
It's thanks to our great leadership.
That's what I'm here for.
As they're just like, hey, just letting you know that this is how awesome you guys are getting.
Yeah, well, can't do it without awesome support.
As long as you keep us in space and off the ground, we'll keep doing this.
I take
Put us on the
offense to
ground.
that.
Does
We
that
might have
mean we
to-
actually get R&R this time?
And pretty much they're like, oh yeah, and your R&R started 16 hours ago, so you may want to get on that.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of that awesome support, there's a comms array on my Y-wing if you want to get that installed in our other ship. Appreciate it.
I'm looking for the comms ray. I think it just extends your comm distance.
Let me look here.
In the Skype chat, I've posted 4 different upgrades that equipment could be sacrificed and turned into. So you got your electronic countermeasure suite that is made to blind and deafen enemy ships. A decoy buoy, a favorite for scoundrels and pirates. Basically, it lets you shoot a decoy. Encrypted computer or slicing computer built into the ship. Even though I'm sure our hacker prefers using his slicer gear plugged into the ship because it's way better.
Upgraded comms array increases the range of the shipboard communication by 1 band, and then there's 2 modifications to increase it by 2 additional range bands.
And there is enough equipment to do the installation and give it 1 upgrade.
Nice.
For whichever one of the 5 that you're picking there. And whoever ship it's going on.
Well, I would say it goes on probably our
Rigs.
transport.
Because
Well,
it could go on a Y-wing too.
Okay. Well,
It's
That's
up to
either
you
the-
guys.
I figured we'd want to put it on one of the Y-wings.
that's fine. I mean, mine already has an upgrade, so I can't do anything more unless we reverse engineer the ship. So,
Does Riggs have an upgrade on?
because there's only one per, unless those fancy people.
Unless you're Riggs with her Y-wing that has extra hard
Right.
points. Because
What?
hers has, I believe,
3.
+1 hard point. Yeah, she's got 2 hard points.
Yeah.
Because you're a modder, you're all about modding your ship.
Hmm.
And K flies with Riggs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I figured we put it on that one, since K would probably be able to make the most use of the extra communications equipment.
True.
So, Riggs and K, which modification are you wanting to make? Extended communications, countermeasures, a buoy decoy, encrypted computer, or slicing computer?
I kind of like the countermeasures,
Countermeasures is a good
but
thing.
Rigger, it's up to you. It's your ship.
Yeah. I like the countermeasures as well.
Okay, so on your ship, go ahead and you're going to want to add down in the attachments section, or do you want me to do it for you?
I want to know where it is.
So open your character sheet and go to the vehicle tab,
Attachments. Okay, found it.
and it's at the very bottom. You'll see attachments, cargo, and passengers.
Yep. And then just add.
Yep, go ahead and click add,
Cool.
and let me get the information, and I'll copy paste it and roll 20 for you to save you some work.
Okay.
Which one did you go with?
Countermeasures?
So basically, it blots out all communications.
Oh, the electronic countermeasures, not the electronic countermeasures. Here, I got it right here. Oops,
Sorry,
maybe.
pulling it up in my phone and then pasting in from my phone.
I got it.
Oh.
I got it. So yeah, block sensors within range, counting ship silhouette as one smaller, being fired upon immediately notifies all ships in the star system or within 100 meters if plant side that ship or vehicle exists. And then the optional increased difficulty by 1 with guided quality.
And your GM
Okay.
is going to run off to the restroom for just a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You can walk. Oh boy. Well, that went really well.
Yeah, that went really well.
Considering what we were staring down, the
Yeah,
potential damage could have been really bad.
and instead the potential damage for them was really bad.
Yeah.
It was I walked out of range for my headset. What was the thing that she got that increases or makes her harder to attack with silhouettes?
It's the countermeasure. Electron countermeasure.
That sounds good to me.
So, is there a separate communication skill, or is it all computers?
Well, the computers is like operating and doing the base stuff, but as far as like depending on what you're trying to do, it's typically a social skill.
Yeah.
So when it comes to comms, so typically it's your social skill on what you're trying to do. But if you're trying to, get into their frequency or something like that, or hack a frequency, that's going to be computers.
Okay, so what he always says is what. So if I'm trying to use the electronic countermeasure suite,
You're blocking
I'm
your computers.
okay. The computer
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah, it's mechanical, or it's a mechanical action at that point, or computer action. So yeah, that was so. The last experience points I put into my medic skills. So now, if I stim you guys, there's a chance that you get characteristic upgrade for the encounter. So you could basically get like an extra brawn or an extra intelligence or something from being stimmed by me now.
So we should put you into a ship with a person so you can stem back them. Give them a stat increase.
That way you can
Wow.
reach back into the back seat and just shove a stim into them.
I'm going to stim you even though you're not damaged, but no, it helps us more on the ground stuff, but
And I'm assuming with the electronic countermeasure suite, you guys are going to take the basic upgrade, which is increase the difficulty by 1 when making subsequent attacks with a guided mod.
That's the only upgrade for it.
yeah, it's the only one. Yeah.
Not a good one, but it's better than nothing.
It's not a good one, but it's free.
Hey, it was, it's all free. Thank you very much.
So that means if we put it on, we're harder to hit?
Yeah, basically it causes a static block. It's like a communications jammer, but on the ship level. And it makes guided missiles less likely to target you.
Oh, that's always good.
And then also it says it counts your silhouette one size smaller. So you go to size 2 versus size 3. So then if a size 4 ship shoots at you, they get the extra purple. Kind of like the thing that I have.
Yeah.
So then now I'm tempted to get that. Then I could be silhouette 1.
Where you're basically a speeder.
Yeah.
It's like people shooting at me register me as a speeder versus an actual Y-wing. Excellent.
So is it a black that we get automatically or what?
What do you? Oh, for the modification, it upgrades the difficulty. So if a guided missile is following you and going after you, it makes the missile less likely to hit you.
Oh, okay. So it's an extra whatever on their roll.
Yeah.
Extra purple on their roll.
Okay.
Yep.
And it's either an extra black or it makes the black a red. Or it makes the black a purple or the purple a red.
No, it just adds another purple.
So it turns like a 2 purple shot into a 3 purple shot.
Oh, okay.
So it increases, it makes an average shot a hard shot.
Okay.
But
it just adds the dice, it doesn't add the difficulty.
Right. But when you activate it, there is an issue, though.
You basically become this big ball of static on the scanners.
Yeah, people know you're there.
So everybody within a quite a good distance knows that there's some asshole out there playing heavy metal music, jamming the channel for everybody.
Oh.
So when you jam everything, people, just like in real life with communications, when you throw up a jammer, everybody in the neighborhood of someone who's got a ham radio knows someone's got a ham radio and they're blotting out the TV signals.
Yeah. So if we're trying to be sneaky, you don't want to hit that.
But it is great if you can get near. Oh, looks like someone's filling it out on your character sheet there.
So yeah, no, good stuff. That was
So is there any way we can change it so that way we're like able to impair another ship's communications without like blowing without like doing it with everything?
No, when you fire off the electronic countermeasure suite, it shuts everything. It basically hits all channels, all frequencies. Nobody can get through it. So
Oh.
when it gets turned on, nobody can slice or communicate at all.
I don't know if I like that then. But
Well, it is
okay.
great if you're attacking somebody and you don't want them to communicate.
Yeah, it's a good
I mean,
defensive item.
I think it's way more like for defensive situations when it's just like, oh shit, we don't want them to send any signals.
Yeah.
Like when Han talks to Chewie and they run into that TIE fighter where Alderaan was. If Chewie, jam that ship's signals.
Yeah.
Because you don't want it getting that message out.
Yep. I mean, it's not something you use all the time.
No, it's shit's getting deep. I need to make sure I don't get hit. And
yeah, it's not something we use all the time, but when we do need it, we will be very grateful for its presence.
Right.
And hey, you can always use it when you're on a planet, and that totally will help you pull shenanigans when you have your parked ship in a port and you turn that thing on. Would totally suck
alerts.
when.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Oh, it would totally suck if Imperial forces can't communicate to each other when you're pulling shenanigans.
We're just like about to pull some project, and we're just like, and jam the signals.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 100 kilometers planet side.
That's a lot.
I mean, and all ships in the system, but if you're system side, but usually by the time we do something, they already know we're there anyway. So what the hell?
You mean when we blew up their command ship and they're like, oh, there's Y-wings there.
Right. So
just remember, 100 kilometers is 62 miles.
Yeah. But, you don't obviously activate it when we dropped into the system.
So how many space squares is that?
That's quite a bit.
Okay.
Also, if we think about the situation we were just in, after we blew up the command ship, if we jammed the signals, all of those TIE fighters would be absolutely have no idea what they were doing.
Exactly. I mean, they basically would be stuck on their own, banging their helmets, getting no signal.
Yeah. So yeah, as long as you don't do it before we blasted the Lambda shuttle, you're okay. Once we blew up the Lambda shuttle or attacked it, they knew we were there. So at that point, you protect your ass.
You just flip the switch, and it's like that last Star Trek movie where they're playing loud music while they're attacking the bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
All you're hearing is the static hiss, and no other communications are happening.
It makes you more like Sobek to make sure you might make it back.
And you could
it's kind of like the interdictor where when you know you have the advantage, and it's okay if you drowned out your communications because you know that you're tactically superior.
Yeah. So.
And then you need to work on non-verbal communications, like Battlestar Galactica taught us, the waggle.
Yeah.
When you waggle your wings, that's communications to your teammates, even if you're in an enemy ship. Wait, was that a waggle?
So you guys got options to be much less easy to hit. I'm still out there without that, so no problem. Don't mind me, I'm just your doc, so.
Yeah, why is the doctor the only one with the ship that can actually get shot?
Damn it!
Doc all by himself.
Damn it, Sobek! I'm a doctor, not a mechanic.
It's all right. That's why I just need to work on my piloting stuff a little bit more.
Yeah, we do need to acknowledge that Quinn is in fact a doctor and a fighter pilot.
Yes. I'm what in the military currently would be a flight surgeon. They go out on flight combat missions, but they're also
Mm-hmm.
take care of the doctor stuff on the ship and
you're the
in
lifesaver if
squadron.
someone gets shot down.
Yeah. So.
Because you can land your plane on an aircraft carrier and do surgery if need be.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys get back to base. The equipment gets unloaded. Oh, thank you. The equipment gets unloaded. You guys get all, Pappy's seal of approval when they debrief you guys. And you basically will get 20 experience because you succeeded in your life-saving mission. 5 out of the 6 ships survived, which was way more than the 25% casualties that were expected.
Nice.
It's almost like
or
they
anything
were.
Yet?
What's that?
No medals or nothing yet. I mean.
And yes, you will get an accommodation.
Hey, I asked Pappy how much it would be to get Sparky an oil bath. I promised him.
Oh, and he's like, we'll have the mechanics check on him. He looks like he needs some repair. We'll definitely have the mechanics give him a once over because it looks like somebody did an okay job, but not a great job.
He could use some tweaking on his attitude and his power core there.
Yeah, I say maybe work a little on the attitude, but don't touch the targeting computer.
As they're like, well, that's up to the captain there. That if you want them to mess with the programming and all, that's totally up to the captain. In charge of the droid. But if you want us to do a memory wipe, we can try doing it.
Well, I think we leave him.
No, I mean, a total wipe would be wrong because it's a sentient being in its own
droid
way, so
droid.
Oh, judgment.
So I wouldn't want to wipe, but if they could somehow minorly tweak his attitude, wouldn't hurt. But
okay, well they'll
the power
see.
core thing would definitely be
just check to see if there's any bolts loose and tighten them.
They'll see if they can work on that faulty power core. It might need a total replacement.
Yeah, that would be great. But the medic with a killer-minded droid, whatever.
Yeah, throw a restraining bolt on him and lock down some of his actions.
That's removing his freedom.
Just leave him on the ship.
Bolts do.
Just leave him on the ship with the ion cannon. Then he can't hurt anyone except for other droids.
He does have a point there. He has access to the non-lethal weapon. Yeah. As he's screaming, kill, kill, kill in binary, and it's just not killing. 4377, 4377.
Good enough.
Okay, so you guys basically are given leave to take wherever you want to go on your leave. Basically, yes, they reset the clock, so you guys can go on your vacations.
Wait, before you do that, do I get duty for legend crafting for doing the bug?
Yes, you do, especially since every time the ship makes a hyperspace jump and it sends a communique of where it is and where it's going. Your communications team on the transport are basically keeping track of these pings they keep receiving from the communications. And speaking of communications team, let's see. As my dog is losing her mind outside. She convinced me to let her out, and now she's losing her mind. No, communications team sees no problems with the system whatsoever. Good to know, narratively speaking. Remember when somebody rolled 3 threat on their computer check?
What? That was 2 threat, not 3. What?
Oh no, we're talking about someone who's making long distance phone calls to their Imperial buddies and hearing double clicks.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Neither does your communications team. They have not noticed that you made that illicit phone call.
Wow.
Oh. Oof.
So that just might come up in a future session. And yes, you guys each earned 5 duty for your respective duties because, saving ships is like acquiring ships. And pretty much that cell of rebels is now like firmly entrenched in your circle of friendship. Because they're just like,
Yes.
Thunder Squadron, we'll do whatever you guys want.
Should I put it in resource acquisition or recruiting in that case?
I will let you decide.
I'm going to put it in recruiting because it makes me feel better about myself.
And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to go shut a dog up who's barking her ass off right now. All right, be right back.
So duty. All right. And we rescued or saved people, so part of my duty.
Mine went air or space superiority.
Definitely got that one.
Definitely had that going. So we've been kind of fortunate. I'm kind of surprised we haven't had obligation rolled lately.
I mean, mine was sort of addressed last session.
Yeah, that was like a couple sessions that led to, I think, from your role. But
yeah,
I forget. I got obligation. You have obligation. Anybody else, or is it just the two of us?
I have obligation.
Okay.
Nope. I've got some duty, but no obligations.
Okay.
Disgraced.
So 3 of us with obligation.
Yep. Mine's disgraced. Previously, all of my assignments, I've been the only one returning.
Yeah. What's your rank in that?
It was a 10.1.
Okay. So is mine. So we're basically, what, 30% chance of obligation coming? All right. Yeah, mine will be intriguing if it ever activates.
What's our party duty sitting at though right now?
I got 25.
I got 20.
I don't know. I haven't been tracking mine.
What?
Because I've done it before. They've just done it. We've just done it as kind of as party or basically give a flat amount to everybody. So everybody went up at the same, as long as
There was a couple times though that some duties were given and not to everybody.
Yeah, because that's why I only have 20.
Yeah.
I'm
sure I'd have missed one or two.
But I mean, between 5 of us, we should be at 100, which is a benchmark.
Yeah, and we can get our contribution rank.
Yep.
Which increases our whatchamacallit.
It's contribution rank.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like basically increases our
standing.
Standing with the rebellion, or you can trade it in for stuff.
Totally trade it in for stuff.
I like stuff.
I was just thinking when you hadn't done anything with obligation lately, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Well, there was my obsession obligation.
Yeah, but that was like I said, that was like 3 sessions. We were still working on that. So,
yeah, but Jim, I think we may have hit our next contribution rank with our duty. I think our total party's at 100.
Yeah, I was trying to look up duty.
If you guys are up to 100, do you want to cash in that duty?
Oh, do I get an extra 5 for wet work for destroying 2 high-ranking commanders?
Not particularly, because you weren't sent out specifically to assassinate those guys. They were just targets of convenience type of thing.
Okay.
Do
I
I get
mean-
an extra?
Just wondering how it works.
Do I get an extra 100 for being awesome?
No.
Wow.
Even though you flew right into the heart of danger.
There is no danger. It is an illusion.
Yeah, I mean, I would say we should probably cash in our duty.
Of course, the question is, what are you going to cash it in for?
Well, that's why I'm trying to get to the page showing.
Yeah.
Everybody gets one thing, or as a group we only get one thing?
It's
Yeah, I
a
think-
group thing.
Yeah, it's as a group. I think there are 3 options, and it's a ship, a piece of equipment, or a like information or other
or base.
asset.
Where is it
The
at?
official
Can we
contribution
get,
to
can
the
we
alliance.
get a real
Alliance
base?
rewards.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys can get a base.
So the alliance rewards include equipment. If the party opts for individual pieces of equipment as is a reward, each PC can choose one piece of equipment to receive from the alliance. These pieces cannot have a rarity greater than 3 plus the contribution rank. At the GM's discretion, the gear acquired in this way may be restricted. Vehicle: if the party selects a party-owned vehicle as its reward, they can receive a vehicle or starship to receive from the alliance for free. This vehicle or starship cannot have a rarity greater than 3 plus the party's current contribution rank. The price and size of the vehicle the alliance is willing to part with is up to the GM. Additionally, at the GM's discretion, the vehicle or starship acquired can be restricted. And the last one is strategic asset. If the party doesn't need or want any gear or vehicles from the alliance, the PC can instead ask for strategic asset. This may be a safe house in a specific system, temporary use of a powerful alliance ship, a smaller cell of alliance operatives to aid the party in their missions, or anything else that the party can imagine. The players should work with the GM to come up with a narrative reward that is something the alliance would provide and is appropriate for the party's current contribution rank.
Yeah. So
So
we're
the
at
only-
contribution rank what? 0 right now, right?
Yep.
0 or 1?
Well, with this, we would up to 1.
Yeah.
So it would be rarity 4 is what we're looking at for ships or equipment.
So for me personally, the advanced targeting array to put on my ship is rarity 4, which should be something that I would like because that gives upgrades when making attacks. If we want to do it as something else, I'm fine with that. If there's some other way to get a targeting computer for our ship.
How about a serious med bay for our base?
Ooh, for the transport?
Well, is it transport or are we like getting an actual base?
Well, no, the transport's kind of our base right now that we took, but
Yeah.
so here's the thing. So here's some of the stuff. So the contribution rank. So if we're at 0 to 1, reputation among alliance right now, basically new recruit or untested collaborator still under suspicion gets access to basic equipment and vehicles, recruit to corporal rank. And then reputation among the Empire at that point is we're faceless, rebel scum, little intelligence value if captured, re-education possible, otherwise imprisonment, not worth the effort to hunt down individuals.
It's good to be faceless.
It is, but then if you go to 2 to 4, within the reputation among the alliance, tested soldier or trusted collaborator, respected and trusted by alliance, gets access to better tactical level equipment and vehicles, sergeant to warrant officer rank, and then of course your notoriety with the among the Empire increases as well. And then 5 to 8, but it takes 100 just to move the rank.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's might be better to start building our reputation, especially since we're kicking ass, versus gear, since we've gotten some pretty good gear already.
Well, I don't think
That's
you
my
spend the contribution rank on the reputation, don't you? It just sort of like goes up with the contribution rank.
No,
Yeah,
I think
so-
it's
That's my understanding of it. basically as you keep buying ranks, you just without spending it, you are more noticed because you are doing the more and better things.
Yeah.
And then as you do that, they're willing to give you certain things
Yep.
every once in a while to support your team.
And then they'll call somebody general because they'll be all important and stuff.
Well, that'll be a while for me, but don't worry.
We'll get there eventually.
So the question comes down to is what would you want to cash your duty in for?
I mean,
So-
I generally advocate for a ship, but I'm not seeing anything that I think would be particularly useful.
Well,
That
also
you
it's a
already-
ship of rarity 4.
You already got a nice ship. I'm just saying.
Right, we already
Yeah.
have a really nice ship.
Yeah, like we have our ship and we have our Y-wings, and like we're pretty covered on that front. I mean, hell, we even have our ATRTs, so if we need ground support, we have vehicles for that.
Well, actually, the
Or
ship
vehicles.
we have has ship for weapons. I wouldn't mind trading and upgrading to something a little more tactical.
Well, how many
but
hard points does our ship have?
I think it's 5. I can pull it up. I got it on my odd dude character sheet.
Because I would say
Um,
maybe do we want to trade it in to just get more weapons to put on our ship?
Well,
Because
5 hard points, but it only has one current weapon, which is the dorsal turret-mounted heavy laser cannon with damage 6, crit 3, short range. So it is short range, which is nice.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying why trade in for a different ship when we can just put more weapons on the one we've got.
Yeah, but I think, well, because that would cost you a hard point for the mounting and then money for the weapon. So, I mean, it starts to get...
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is there any way we could potentially use our contribution rank to get a weapon to install?
So if it's rarity 4 or less, each person would be able to get one. Then we have to mount it on, use the hard points to mount it on.
Yeah.
Trick being
No,
the
for the
rarity.
100, it's a party.
Yeah, the
purchase.
party would be you all cash in that 100 points you've collectively made for one upgrade.
Right. And that would be, but the upgrade would be the actual mounting. Then we'd have to buy the weapon.
I don't know exactly how that works. Starships
look.
were always my weaker point on these rules.
Yeah, let me look. There's a upgrade for adding a weapon point. Let's see, where is it? That's oversized external weapon. Forced armor. Yeah, I'm trying to find it, but somewhere I know there's somewhere it's like you have to add a hard point to add an additional weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at the end of the modification section in the main rule book.
Because I know you have to spend hard
What's it
points
called?
to get more weapons, but I didn't know that. I didn't know how the whole what the difference between like the mounting and the weapon itself was.
Well, the ship has one weapon mount, so you're basically taking and adding a hard point to add another weapon, but you still have to get the weapon.
Yeah, so it's if in any of the main books you go to the ship attachments,
Yep.
it has upgraded weapons.
Yeah.
I'm in the Age of Rebellion book. It's 287, and it says 0 hard points to replace an existing system, 1 hard point when adding a new weapon system. Combining 2 or more weapon systems always costs 1 hard point, even if replacing an existing system. And then it has the type of weapons that you can have based on the silhouette size of your ship.
Yeah, I just didn't think. I figured that there wasn't a separate thing in terms of if you're adding a new weapon, it is it costs 1 hard point for the new weapon system, but the price is also the same as
No, could be. I
getting
could be
the
wrong,
weapon.
but
Yeah,
So
it
maybe
has the price in there with the chart.
Yeah, and it's based on the weapon type. So that's why I always figured that, like, if you wanted to buy a new weapon system for a ship, it would be like, yeah, you'd lose a hard point on the ship for mounting the new weapon system, but there's not like, the weapon and the mounting are sort of the same thing, I imagined.
Yeah. It could be, yeah. Probably what I'm looking at is, what I was thinking of is the oversized then, which the oversized is a hard, or is an attachment. So it's a vehicle can carry a weapon for craft 1 silhouette larger mod, 1 decrease handling by mod 1, and 1 decrease system strain by mod 4. So let's see. The search for ever-increasing firepower often leads to the installation of weapon systems larger than were intended for a given vehicle. So that's adding.
Oh, yeah. So I think that's a attachment that'll allow you to add, because some of the weapons are restricted in what silhouette size ship they can be attached to.
Yeah.
So like if we wanted to put like a tractor beam on a Y-wing, that's not something you can normally do. But hypothetically, with some combination of reverse engineering and upgrading the Y-wing to be able to hold a larger weapon, you could strap some light tractor beam to the back of a Y-wing, which sounds absolutely terrifying.
Okay. So we need to look at the weapons per silhouette then.
Yeah. Which I think generally it's like most of the blasters are pretty small, and as long as you don't go to large laser cannon, like medium laser and all that can fit on like Y-wings and that sort of stuff. If we're looking at our larger ship, it's silhouette 5 or 4?
4.
It is a silhouette.
For your big ship, I think it's a 5.
Silhouette 4.
4. Okay. Then I think we might be able to put large laser cannons. Let me check. I can actually just use Og Dudes because it's right here.
Yeah, so I'm looking here how
vehicles,
they start block. So
what's the name of our ship again?
It's a GX1 short hauler. That's a new ship. Upgrade weapons. So upgrade, add. So add. So what did I say we have? We have a dorsal. So what do we want to do? A ventral then? So if we do a ventral, we want turret.
Well, let's see.
So damage crit.
What kind of weapon would we want? I think the first question. Like, do we want a torpedo launcher? Do we want a big laser? Do we just want a tractor beam because those are really handy?
Tractor beams are the best in my opinion, but that's just me.
We could get a quad laser cannon. I don't know the rarity on that. It's probably pretty high.
And then for duty, so it says for equipment, if the party opts out for individual pieces of equipment, each PC chooses 1 piece of equipment, weapon, armor, or gear, and receive from the alliance for free. That is 3+ your contribution rank. So it'd be each player gets one item versus the group.
Mm-hmm.
That's personal gear though, right?
Yeah.
That's not like ship gear. Or a ship. I don't know.
I mean, I think that would, since the ship gear is technically gear, it might work that way, but also we have to keep in mind that it's price restricted is also at discretion of GM because of, how much, ship gear costs compared to normal gear. We might have to pool our resources for that. But the other thing I'm noticing is that most of the weapons have a rarity of 5.
Yeah, because currently you guys can only get rarity of 4.
Yeah. And most of these medium laser cannon
and the nice cruiser ships also 5.
Yeah. The light tractor beam is actually a rarity 4. So if we wanted to get a light tractor beam, we could do that. But in terms of weapons, there's not much else we can get.
There?
Yeah. Can you hear us?
What's that?
I think Duncan got disconnected.
You can get a medium laser cannon. That's a 4.
Yeah. We could get a light tractor beam.
It's a mass driver cannon.
Yeah,
it's like a
basically it's
big gun.
a Gauss cannon. It shoots
Breach
junk.
2, slow firing 1. Oh, it's slow.
Yeah, it's basically like a railgun. Builds up that charge and then shoots a pile of junk at your enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing's
I'm gonna say that I think I support either if we did want to get a med bay, I would, if that's something that we can do, I would be down for that, as the person who does the most getting shot. But
Not that
also-
he's biased, mind you.
What are you worried about? I got everything we need, man.
Well, I don't doubt your abilities, Quinn. I just thought you might appreciate the
He doesn't doubt your abilities, he doubts your facilities.
Because, well, I mean, my backpack adds stuff. I just want to make sure we can get in and out without getting, and be able to fight our way out of somewhere. So, I'm looking like, if we can get another heavy laser cannon, I mean, and be able to shoot shit coming at us.
So I actually pulled up the chart in the book because it's easier to read off the rarities this way. So for basically all the basic weapons, we have Auto Blaster, rarity 3, Light Blaster Cannon is rarity 2, Heavy Blaster Cannon is rarity 3, Concussion Missile Launcher is 5, Light Ion Cannon is 5, Medium Ion Cannon is 5, Heavy Ion Cannon is 7, or Medium Ion Cannon is 6, Heavy Ion Cannon is 7. Light Laser Cannon is 4, Medium Laser Cannon is 4, a Heavy Laser Cannon would be 5 though. Proton Torpedo Launcher 7, Quad Laser Cannon 6, Light Tractor Beam is also 4, and then, the rest of it's all higher. So basically our options are a Light Tractor Beam, Laser Cannon of light or medium variety, or a blaster of some kind.
Well, no, I'm looking at least in Ogdudes, they're showing a Heavy Ion Blaster is rarity 0, does 13 damage, crit 5.
I think the rarity 0 just means that there was an error or something putting it in, because in the book it says Heavy Ion Cannon is rarity 7.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yeah, that seems weird, because...
Yeah.
All of a sudden, those weapons get really popular among pirates.
Pirates, nothing. Rarity 0, doesn't that mean citizens can own them?
Yeah, well, think about it. Ion weapons technically don't hurt the vessel; they just short everything out. It's an EMP cannon, basically.
Which is funny because the ion cannons actually have higher rarity than the laser cannons or the blasters do.
Well, it's because there's such higher maintenance.
Yeah.
They've even talked about that in the older books, about the high maintenance and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I would say because, the best kind of weapon we could get would be a medium laser cannon, which is, the same stuff we have on our Y-Wings, which, isn't terrible, but I don't think would be the greatest for our big ship. I think it would be better for us to wait till we either have the money or another contribution rank to get something heftier on it. I think the light tractor beam would be the way to go because it also gives us a lot of utility.
But it gives you the ability to ensnare a ship. If we only got one cannon, I don't know that we want to be hanging around and snaring a ship.
Well, there are a lot of other things you can do with a tractor beam.
Okay. Just throwing it out there.
Plus, if we're really going into much of a combat situation, I think we usually take our Y-Wings for that.
Well, combat, but you never know. I mean, we got to get in and out, and there could be combat coming in and out. So,
yeah. And again, I support adding more weapons. I just don't think that we want to throw on some extra medium laser cannons. Seems a little underwhelming to me compared to the utility a tractor beam can provide.
For what we're doing with it, I'd almost look at something that's like what it gets us more stealth, more speed, something like that with that ship. If we're not adding a weapon yet.
Well, in terms of let's see, we have. Oh, and you said it's Silhouette 4, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, sadness. I was gonna say if it was higher, we could have gotten a retrofitted hangar bay and then just park one of the Y-Wings in. so that if all goes south, we just launch the Y-wing and have it deal with the problem.
True.
But
I
then
mean, there's like
unfortunately,
hyperdrive generator, decreases hyperdrive class by 1 to a minimum mod of 1. That's a class 4 or rarity 4.
yeah, and that would make our big ship pretty fast because class 1 hyperdrive is the kind of stuff that X-wings and Y-wings run on.
Yeah, the
'cause
military grade.
Yeah, we're currently, what is our hyperdrive right now? It's a hyperdrive
Class 2.
So yeah, so I drop it to a 1, so we're talking quick jumps.
Yeah, we're talking keeping up with the Y-wings. So if we did need to take it on, like, a mission, we could have somebody fly the big ship and then, have 2 of the Y-wings fly escort.
Yeah, because I mean, when I see most of the stuff we're doing, we're going into places inconspicuous, but we might have to get out in a quick hurry where shit happens.
Yeah. Is there any... the high output ion turbine is what I think would really help us, but it's rarity 5.
It's just a little too advanced for your quartermaster.
Yeah,
because it adds speed, and increases, it adds speed to the ship, and so it could, because I feel like the extra hyperdrive's speed is good. I'm not discounting that. I'm just saying that typically in the situations that we're talking about, hyperspace is the goal, the escape that we're getting to. So kind of the in space speed is what's really would be helpful there.
Engineering stabilizer, that sucks. That's a 5. That increases handling by mod 2, because handling would be nice.
So it stops acting like a school bus.
What one's that one?
Engineering stabilizer increases handling by 2 mod, but it's rarity 5. It's 1,200 per silhouette.
I mean, hey, we could just add some smuggling compartments on it. Why not?
There's that. we could be doing some of those missions.
Got to get those medical supplies to them somehow.
Yeah, we can't afford that.
Rebel Doctors Without Borders.
The smuggling compartments are actually so that I can carry my very, very illegal weapons when we go undercover.
Yeah, the increased armor would be nice, but it increases handling by 1 mod, so.
Yeah. I was also looking at that. I mean, if we have Sobex flying the ship, does it really matter, though?
Well.
I mean, but in that case, we don't need the armor either. Because nobody's gonna hit us.
Let's see. But,
So
I mean,
what is the group's total duty, by the way?
Well, I have 25.
I have 20.
I have 25.
Okay, wow. So you guys...
Well, actually, no, I have... You'd add them up, right? I have 30.
Right.
So do the math, figure out how we get to 100, because you may actually almost be enough for 200 guys.
Yeah, maybe, because some have more than 1, so.
Yeah.
Oh, here. I mean, yeah, but I've only gotten ranks I've only gotten 5 for any one of them per mission.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I've got 20. I got who had 25?
I got 25.
Okay. And
I have
Kate,
30.
You said you had 30. Okay.
So we're at 80.
Riggs, what did you say?
I'm probably at 25. I didn't write it down, but I know we've been doing a bunch of space superiority, so.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then.
So, Duncan, all of you guys that mentioned your duty, crank it down to 0, and Duncan, you're down to 5 instead of 0, and that's rank 1 right there.
Okay, but that's not counting Riggs.
Then I was gonna ask Riggs and Kay what they're at.
I don't
Kay
know
said 30.
where to find that.
So
I have no idea.
Look on your character sheet under character info.
Mm-hmm.
And you should have down in the character sheet duty.
Sure.
Have you been adding to it? Because it looks like your tech procurement is only at 5.
I don't even. I'm duty. Okay. No. Apparently not.
So it looks like you haven't been keeping track of your duty.
No.
So your duty would probably be at 20 since you guys, have been getting it. So that's 25. Kay, what's yours?
Mine's 30. I have one at 25 and one at 5.
Okay, so it makes you guys, you're at 55 into the next one. So those of you that are spending your duty, go ahead and put it to 0. Kay and Rigger, go ahead and leave yours as it is. So that way you're going to be the high contributors next time.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys are rank 1 in your contribution.
Cool. A little more fame.
People know who you
let's
are
see.
because you're Thunder Squad.
So for a oh shit situation, there's overcharged shields, which is rarity 4, 1 hard point. Once per encounter, can make an average mechanics check to overcharge shields, adding 2 to all defense zones for 1 round plus 1 round per advantage. If 2 threat or a despair is rolled, shields burn out and stop working until repaired.
We would count on Sobex to find a way to give them more black dice, wouldn't we?
Just
more black dice.
Just throwing it out there. Those are, that's an oh shit thing for getting out of somewhere. Pseudo cloaking device. Nope, too high, of course.
I still like the tractor beam.
I just don't know that we have the firepower to hold on to tractor beaming shit. I don't know. I mean,
Or what's
Well, we can get the tractor beam now and then do how much. So I guess then the question is, if everybody chooses to pick one item, rarity 4, is there a price limit on it? Price limit on each item, because the advanced targeting array is the thing I want. It's rarity 4. It's 4,000 credits. Where the gun that you guys are probably looking at might be rarity 4, but it might be like 10,000 credits. So.
And you guys could totally cash it in for a GR75 medium transport, which is rarity 4, but it's like 200,000 credits. Of course, it also requires a crew of like 9. But it has an encumbrance of 1,000. It's
Nice.
basically one of those big organic-looking ships.
okay? Or alternatively, we could get a backed tank.
Depends.
no,
What's the rarity on a back-to-tank?
1.
We take the GR75 as our prize. We sell it off for 100,000 credits. Buy stuff that we want.
Very
Frowned upon
un-rebellion.
by the rebellion, but
And then the rebels start calling you space pirates.
I'm okay with that.
Or rarity 4 is a YT-1300,
Yo,
Not
we
okay
could get a
with that.
Millennium Falcon.
No.
I'm more into the, is it the 1300 that you had on the last mission?
2600.
The one, not
That's-
the clunky one, but the other one.
Yeah, that's the 23, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I like that ship. I don't know why. So, rarity 2.
Oh, wait a second. What's the rarity on the ship that we stole?
I think it's rarity 6 or 7. think it's
Rarity
6.
is
And because see, if you just go by rarity, there's an imperial
6.
Imperial Customs frigate that's only rarity 4.
Which means that it's really likely that they get stolen a lot.
Yep.
There's always a slave circuit where you can.
So can
it's
we-
only rarity
can we-
2.
Can
You
we
can fly the
trade
ship
in our
up, be
current ship and get something of the same rarity?
No,
Okay.
that's
Or
called
alterna-
piracy.
Or alternatively, we could ask for the less concrete, other strategic asset, and see if we can get like some sort of like valuable information that would potentially give us access to doing a mission where we could get an even better ship like a X-wing.
There is that.
Get what? An X-wings?
I don't know. There's
You think they're better than the Y-wing? What?
no, not necessarily, but for the one party member that doesn't need the 2-seater ship, it would be cool if we diversified our squadron a little bit, so we had extra.
Wait,
ship
coming from the Clone Wars person, they don't want to try to get like the what did the clones fly? The 170?
I of course would prefer an ARC 170, but I know no one else is gonna agree with that. So
Well, it supposedly fits 3, so then we could have the odd man out in the ship.
or you could have everybody else in the ship, and then I could just strap onto it and stand on top with my laser minigun. in my flight suit that gives me 24 hours of vacuum seal.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games until you get hit by a rocket with Blast 6.
Where
Where did he go? I don't know.
It's only rarity 5.
Yeah. No, it's kind of funny because when I looked at ships of similar class, our ship, as far as the capacity in that, was one of the larger ships. So,
Yeah, we got a pretty good ship.
Because was it 200? The Millennium Falcon's like 180.
Yeah, for
Something
encumbrance.
like that. Yeah. Which again, to me it just seems weird. I don't know. Did you ever look at that stuff, Jim, on the encumbrance stuff?
Uh-huh.
Because I'd almost, just like the armor's 10 time, would almost think that the storage would be that same kind of a scale. But
Think of it like when the military packs anything. They always overpack, so now the packed crate is 3 times the size of the item.
yeah, but I mean, still, you look at, the Millennium Falcon can only carry a handful of shit.
Mhm.
I mean, basically, could carry 180 grenades. That's not really very much.
Well, they
real
do have
grenades.
stats for like a cargo container full of grenades is like 40. 48 grenades is a 40 unit cargo container. So there are in the like jam section of different adventures workarounds,
Right.
like when you pack it proper, here's how many you go in a cargo container. By the way, you could also get a Y-wing. They're rarity 4.
I know.
But who's going to fly another?
I mean, if you guys want, I can spend all my XP to get ranks in piloting, and then I can fly it. I have it as a career skill because I did all of the work to get vehicle training through recruit so that I could get freaking gunnery. So a little bit of investment, I can fly a ship.
I just realized they put Dr. Afra's ship in the Starship book. The Archangel.
Huh.
But I'm going to be fully honest here and say I would much rather sit in the back of Sobex's ship. I feel much safer there.
It's a much safer place to be parked. Okay, so have you guys figured what you're going to cash your duty in for?
No.
So how about we just do on the first one, since we're close to a second one, just say everybody look and find a rarity 4 item that they want. And so everybody can find their own thing, and then next time we can re-talk about what we want to get.
There you go.
Yeah, since we are pretty close to the next set.
And price isn't a problem. It's just rarity 4, so it's something that fell off the back of the truck somewhere.
Okay.
So each of y'all find a rarity 4 item and claim that. You go up, you lick it, and you say claimed.
Rarity 4 personal item.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Will a targeting array be defined as a personal item?
No.
Dang. All right. Then I'll have to search farther.
Yeah, because like I said, I think that would fall under ship stuff, but I mean, I don't know. That's up to Jim, but
Yeah, that would be a ship thing because the price range is a lot more than personal item range.
Well, it depends.
well, I don't know. You can probably find some pretty expensive personal items, but I think that's what the intent was, to me, anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's everybody's homework is to find a rarity 4 item and stick it on your character sheet, and that's the
Would that include modifications for personal equipment?
If it's an item you already have, if you're modding it and it's below rarity 4, yes.
Okay, cool. I want to know because I don't really need any more equipment, but there are a lot of mods I want for my weapons, so I could scan through those and see which ones of those are below rarity 4.
And it's just going to be the first step of the modification.
Yeah,
Yep.
not any of the
Without any
optionals.
rolls or anything, right? Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up get it.
I need a few more credits and rigs to help with those.
And then you look at rigs and say, please mod this further and don't screw it up. Okay,
Cool.
so also for your homework is what do you let us know in the chat what you guys do for your leave? You know, where are you going? What are you spending time doing? Is it something adventure worthy?
Okay.
I'm
'Cause it could
definitely
totally
visiting my
be-
buddy.
Yep, I was gonna say it could totally be you visiting the quartermaster, and maybe something that you do triggers the next adventure you're having.
Yeah,
Or,
I'm probably
I mean,
going to cause the
mission.
problems.
Because that's the word they use in D&D. Mission.
Well, where are we in the general outer rim?
You guys currently are buried in the backwater regions of the Mid-Rim.
Mid-rim?
But the
Okay.
Rebellion can gladly move you anywhere you need to go to.
Okay. Good. I was half thinking about, maybe a Solist visit. Haven't been there in a while.
So go ahead and give us the gist of what your visit's about, because that could totally be, hey, guys, I need you to come home and fight the good fight with my peoples, because my peoples are being treated horrible.
Well, I mean, it'd probably be a matter of going and visiting family that I haven't seen in a while that's still, around the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And on a low key, because, I don't want to try not to pop my obligation.
Because that could be a bad thing.
It could be.
And watch the the D100 come up with your obligation next time.
Yeah, because, they might call on me to do shit for Solist.
They're like, you, child of Solist, must join your brethren and save them because they fucked up and got themselves caught.
Yeah, because if you need to, you can refresh. I put a story about my obligation there and how everything happened.
Nice.
So.
More adventure fodder.
Yep.
So that's going to be a good place to wrap it up there then.
Sounds good.
All right. Awesome job, guys.
Good job. I mean, you ran to the rescue. You've now got leave. You guys are going to go have some downtime and do whatever you do during downtime with all the experience that you've earned. And
Yeah,
that,
how much XP did we get from this session?
you guys got 20.
Right. QQT's description award.
No.
All right. Well, have a good night, guys.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
See you in 2 weeks.
As I peruse through my many upgrade options. Probably none of my super stealthy stuff for my pistol, because that is not gonna happen. Oh, that's only rarity 5 though? Awesome.
So where is the equipment page